You are now listening to Extreme Cinema with Andrew Legank and David Lawler. If you like sex and violence, evil brunettes, and angelic blondes, then stick with us as we debate some of the best and worst of action and exploitation filmmaking.
Welcome to Extreme Cinema. I'm David Lawler, and I'm here with Andrew Legank, and this is a very special Christmas episode of this show. How are you, Andrew?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I have had backaches, back problems. I've been trying to quit smoking. I've been off for about 4 weeks now, and I'm developing spasms.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Man. Wow, yeah, this is the Yuletide season right there. Wow.
Yeah. The reason for the season is pleasing. And tonight we're going to please you because we're going to be watching, how do you like my morning DJ voice?
That's right, folks. We're going to be watching Die Hard.
Die Hard from 1988, and this will be in real time. So we're going to give you the countdown, and then you'll hit play on your file, and hopefully you'll be synced up with us. I can't be sure. But we'll have to see what happens. But we have this, I guess, timed in at 2 hours and 12 minutes, and it's a nice little file. It's good. Kind of low audio, actually, too. But that's all right, because if we did play you the audio, we'd probably get sued. What we're going to do is Andrew and I are going to be clever and witty and humorous.
Wow, you are.
And
I don't know about me.
Yeah.
I'm just along for the ride.
I'll try not to wince in pain.
Yeah, please try not to wince in pain. I'll do the same while you're being humorous.
Yeah, every time, just in case, as you're listening to this throughout the movie, you hear this. You hear, that was nothing.
That just means that Dave made a joke and I made that noise.
And I will record that now and keep it for our evergreen sound effects.
Forever.
All right. And now, let's start. Are you ready, Andrew?
I was born ready.
Okay. Mr. El Relaxo. Here we go. Countdown, and I'm going to start now. Am I here? Am I at the right spot? Yes, I am. And 3. Okay, it's going to be on 3. Okay?
Is it on 3 or 1, 2, 3, then go?
No. I'll say 3, 2, 1, and then on 1. On 1. On when I say 1, hit the button.
3, 2, 1, then go. On 1. So
No. It's 2, on 1. 3, 2, 1. See? Now don't turn it on yet. I'm just using you as an example.
No, that was just a test, right? So
that was
3, 2, 1. Not 3, 2, 1, go. So
see,
3...
no, I turned on the movie because you just did it again. Now, okay, let's try this again.
You're the one that's supposed to be doing it, not me.
Everyone is supposed to be doing this, except me. That way, everyone sees the movie, but I don't. Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Here we go. All right, I mean it this time. Damn it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh shit! No, he missed it.
Dude, my mouth slipped and I fucking missed it. My bad.
That's just wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm on the Fox logo. Again. I'll go back. Here I go. I'm going
One
back
more
again.
time.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
And okay, can I ask you first, Andrew? Are you watching this on Windows Media Player?
Fuck no. I don't have Windows Media Player. I'm a Linux.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, they don't make it for Linux, do they?
VLC Media Player is what
VLC? Oh, they're nice. Yeah.
And it's cross-platform.
I have them. I use it. It was very functional for me a long time ago. Okay, anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Here we go. Ready? And 3, 2, 1. And we are rolling, and here comes the 20th Century Fox logo, which looks like it's kind of been sat on for some reason. I have no idea why.
That's because the aspect ratio in this copy is a little...
It's a little off, yeah, the logo. But the Fox Fanfare logo, can we talk about the Fox Fanfare? It's the best fanfare in movies. There's like this great epic feel to watching a movie with that fanfare at the beginning.
There sure is. And
that's why they kept it. You know, I mean, all the other...
It really hasn't changed a whole lot over the years. Gordon and Silver, when they used to work together before they split up and became Larco and Silver Pictures.
That was Lawrence Gordon, right? And Joel Silver?
Yeah.
And here we have John McTiernan film.
Larry Gordon, not to be confused with Larry Cohen.
That's right. And there's also a Lawrence Cohen out there, too, not to be confused with.
There is. Larco. Yeah, that's right. Lawrence Cohen. Yeah.
Now, here we have John McClane doesn't like flying. I hate flying myself. I think I flew twice in my life. What about you, Andrew?
People who don't like flying are a bunch of pussies.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
And we've alienated our audience in less than a minute.
Hey, bunch of pussies.
Do we know anything about this gentleman with the very unfortunate hair here?
I've seen him in a few things, but I don't really know anything about him.
There's, I gotta say, even though this is a small file, there's a very nice quality transfer that they did, and you can see Bruce Willis's eyes really quite vividly.
Yeah, and this is obviously this is Jan de Bont shooting this, right?
Yes,
yeah,
the great Jan de Bont. He became an incredible director in his own right.
Well, he became a director who made like one good movie, and then that's it.
What did he do? Oh, he
Speed.
He did Speed.
He did Speed, and then that was it.
Twister, right? Didn't he do Twister?
Yeah, that was lame though.
I enjoyed it. The one I didn't like was the Haunting.
Oh yeah, this chick. Yeah, she's like, ooh, I love your receding hairline.
Oh my goodness, can I tell you? I mean, the girls
are you the guy from that Bartles and James? I mean Seagram's commercial.
This is interesting. I didn't even think about this watching it again. But
they're at an airport.
Yes, how Hunt for Red October ends.
Yes,
it ends with Alec Baldwin in a plane sleeping, and sitting next to him is what?
Some dude telling him to make fists with his toes?
No. A teddy bear.
A teddy bear. Mr. Takagi.
And Mr. Alan Rickman over in the credits. Yeah. Alexander Godunov, of course. All right, so...
I'm not watching the credits. I can't take my eyes off of Takagi.
Okay, one thing I did want to say, Reginald VelJohnson, was that the lighting in the airport was interesting because it looks like it was lit with natural daylight. It didn't look like any airport I've ever been in.
No.
LaGuardia and JFK looked like fluorescent nightmares.
It wasn't familiarly LAX either, to me anyway.
It was very magic hour. I mean, the whole thing, the way LA is shot in these daylights.
Like bald-headed old guy that gets all that light shined on him. Is that like
That's
McTiernan's dad or something? Like,
maybe they did that for white balance. Maybe they thought they could get more light if they bounced it off the old man's head. Oh, there's Bonnie Bedelia's horrible hair.
Bachner.
And there's Hart Bachner with his beard. He's the bearded douchebag of this movie.
He is.
Paul Gleason, awesome. And it seems like he's flirting with Bonnie here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie looks
mulled wine and an Ice Age brie, dude. I want to spend fucking Christmas at Hart Bachner's house.
What, the character or the actual man?
If that's what's going on there, dude, let's do it. In front of the roaring fire.
Drew,
let's go,
I laid out
man.
some Christmas
Sounds
cocaine
great.
For us. We're going to have a holly jolly season.
I'm surprised. She's like, yeah, I want to go home to my balding police officer husband, or I could have mulled
there's the pregnant
wine
lady.
and fucking nice aged brie in front of a fire with Hart Bachner. In real life, she'd be like, I'm going to suck that mulled wine out of your beard hair.
Oh, she's talking to her very pretty, precocious children here on the phone, and there's her photograph.
Illegal alien maid.
Yeah, oh God, that's messed up, isn't it?
Well, William Atherton is the one who says it, not me.
I know, I love the look she gives him, too. It's like, you're going to pull this INS shit with me? Seriously? You're going to do Dodge City with me?
Oh, look, they have, you see, they have, like, graduated Moscow Mule cups hanging from the wall. That's why I love HD in these older movies, because you get to see all this weird shit that they have in the background. Oh, see, they have Moscow Mule cups hanging behind the maid.
Yeah.
So that the kids can have Moscow Mules, too. Everybody needs a Moscow Mule.
Everybody does. The maid looks familiar. I know I've seen her playing similar parts in other movies.
Have you? I don't.
So I need to talk about how I really hate Bonnie's hair in this movie. She's actually quite attractive. I thought she was really hot in movies like Salem's Lot, and she was even prettier in the second Die Hard movie. But here, everybody...
It's the fucking 80s, dude. She had big hair.
Everybody has curly or permed hair in this movie. All the women, anyway.
Yeah.
Except for Shirley Partridge there,
dude,
walking right ahead of Bruce. You see that?
1988.
Look, it's Shirley Jones, everyone.
Shirley Jones.
Shirley Jones, let's bring her out again.
Hi-oh.
Well, hello. A couple of blondes kissing, and of course Bruce is like, California. Visual effects produced by Richard Edlund. Great special effects in the movie. Really good, actually. Really quite good. Even in
this
HD,
guy,
they look good.
Devereaux White, became who plays Argyle in this, became like a sort of a regular in some of the Silver Pictures movies that came up after it, like Action Jackson and a few years in a couple of them. Yeah, Action Jackson, like they like took all of the little bit characters from like most of Silver's movies and put them in there in little slightly larger roles, which is kind of interesting.
Cool. Does Argyle look like he's about 15 years old in this movie?
He does.
He looks insanely young. He looks like he should not be behind the wheel of this limo.
Well, he's new. He's new.
Nice rearview mirror shot of the teddy bear there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Jan de Bont, man. He's a good fucking DP, man.
Have you ever, did you ever see that movie? I think we might have talked about it. It was called Roar. It was made by Tippi Hedren and her husband and starred Melanie Griffith about a family.
I never did see that.
That was beset by lions, basically, that they were caring for.
Right.
Now, Jan de Bont had part of his head scalp removed by a lion shooting that movie.
Holy fuck.
It was, he has permanent damage now as a result. And so did Melanie Griffith. She had to have plastic surgery, which is kind of why her face might be falling apart nowadays. I'm sorry, Melanie, I had to say that.
Yeah. Hey, we're missing Argot. We're going to miss, this is sort of we're doing this, I guess, at the Christmas season because this is tangentially a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Because it sort of it takes place at Christmas. But we can't talk through the Run DMC Christmas song.
Is it coming up?
It's coming up.
All right, Christmas in Hollis, Queens. That's one of my wife's favorite songs.
Is it? Really?
Yeah, when she heard it. She was like, that's Run DMC! Oh, I do have to mention, though, the limo has a CB, which means
a
breaker
CD,
one-niner
CB,
hauling a nickel boat of sailboat
telephone.
fuel. Looking for the riverboat Queen coming in the Los Angeles. We're going to put the hammer down, good buddy. I should have used an effect. Here we go. This is Christmas in Hollis,
Here we go.
Queens. Boom, boom, boom. Chicka, 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 chicka. Oh, it's just a Philly boy. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong song. Based on the novel by Roderick
58
Thorpe.
Minutes by Roderick Thorpe. Isn't that the one?
Yes. 58 minutes and... No, I'm sorry.
That's
not.
the
No,
sequel
no.
to 58 Minutes. What was the name?
Yeah, it was
I guess
based
it was
on
the novel Die Hard then.
Nothing Lasts Forever.
Nothing Lasts Forever.
Which was a sequel to a book written in 1966 called The Detective, which was adapted into a 1968 film of the same name that starred Frank Sinatra.
God, you know too much fucking stupid.
No, I just cut and pasted it.
Now, this is the 20th Century Fox building, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It says here Fox was contractually obligated to offer Sinatra the lead role in Die Hard, but he turned it down. He's like, I'm going to kill that terrorist, baby. Watch me get my gun out. Hippie-ki-yay, motherfucker. Hey, fly me to the moon. And then they pitched the film to Arnold Schwarzenegger as a sequel to his 1985 action film Commando, and he turned it down as well. So they
might have been interesting, actually.
Well, I think the issue was Sinatra and Schwarzenegger would have guaranteed a much bigger budget, but when they went with Bruce Willis, they kind of cut the budget because he was untested.
There was no need to spend any more on this.
$28 million. That is really damn good for everything that we see in this movie, right?
Yeah, and it was a big hit, too.
Here we go again. Nobody pays the electric bills. Everybody's lighting everything from sunlight outside.
I love the way this movie's lit and shot. I really do.
It is much more easy on the eyes than what you would normally see, which would be lots of, fluorescent bulbs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here McClane finds out that his wife did not take his name. There's somebody named Christine Macbeth in there. Did you see that?
I missed that.
There's a Pedro Martinez who was a pitcher for the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Phillies, and the Mets.
Okay.
And there's Holly Gennaro.
Holly Gennaro.
So where?
Because it's a Japanese company, They don't get married in Japan.
No, they do not. They don't?
Well, I don't know. That's her excuse.
Oh, okay. No,
it's a Japanese company. Like, fuck. Oh yeah.
That's her.
There.
That was her explanation.
Yeah, I like this. This whole shot is great.
It is. Yeah. Those gates come down later. There's security cameras. Very nice.
This dude like leaning up against the wall. I never got.
It's a little weird and suspicious.
He's not like a terrorist. He's kind of standing there looking suspicious, but he's just a guy who works there.
I was going to say the security guy at the desk looks a lot like John Davison, who hosted a TV show. Like
John Davidson, the guy who used to, what was that, like Hollywood Squares or some shit?
Something like that. Yeah. And he's even got this weird bouffant hairdo. Something like that. And they call it ducktail, I think.
Do they call that ducktail? Ducktail. Ooh.
My father-in-law calls it duck ass hair.
Duck ass. That's duck ass.
It's like hair like a duck's ass.
That's the hair of a duck's ass.
All right, so we have a nice shindig going on here, and there's some more perms.
There's some party on the 30th floor. They're the only ones in the building.
This is this conceit is brilliant. And also, I mean, like, is this... Do you know, or do you think that this whole set here is real, or was it built on a soundstage?
I have no clue whatsoever. It looks like a fucking Hyatt Regency. Like that's really what it looks like inside here. But
do you think they did this for real? Because I know Holly's office. See, like, that obviously has to be a matte painting in the window there, and I know Holly's office has to be a set because there's only a couple of there's a couple of setups there. Nice kiss from that guy, and you can tell there's a matte painting in there, but it seems too pretty to be real.
All right.
So Bruce said, "Fucking California." Apparently, strangers don't rush up and kiss you in New York.
No, they tend not to.
They tend to, like, smack you in the face and say, "Fuck you."
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, here's the gentleman again.
Yes, Mr. Takagi.
Mr. Takagi.
Enjoying time before his brains get splattered all over a window. He's only got a few minutes left.
I don't have the code. You're just going to have to shoot me.
I'm just going to have to shoot me. Okay.
Great cast. This is... All right, so...
Oh God, Hartbug.
Dickhead.
On a fucking desk.
Oh, my goodness. He's snorting cocaine in Holly's office.
Yes.
And I do like when Bruce comes up and says, "Missed the spot." Wow. I got to find out if Hart Bachner is related to Lloyd Bachner.
Yeah, we definitely need to find out about that.
Yeah, and also, okay, Hart Bachner. Now, we've seen him in other things. What else was he in?
Oh, he's in a bunch of things. I don't know, over the years. Wasn't he in Apartment Zero with Colin Firth? And like a few other things.
He might have, yeah. Probably without the beard. I don't think he rocked that beard much after this movie. Beards they were disappearing around this time.
Yeah, now they're back in, unfortunately. Every douche moron has a fucking beard with his man bun. It's ridiculous.
This is really unfortunate that she looks so unattractive here. This makeup isn't doing any favors either. They've got some stuff on her face, and
I think she looks fine. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I think her makeup is a little too much, and her hair it doesn't look real to me. It looks like she might be wearing even a wig. I'm not sure.
She might be like a reanimated corpse of some kind.
You got to check her out. You want to see her at her hotness. The peak of her hotness was probably Salem's Lot. Very beautiful woman. Back then.
I will investigate that. And now the terrorists arrive in all their stretched out yondibant glory.
There's that magic hour shot again.
Like, I don't know if it's the AR on this particular guy, but like something about this movie, for whatever reason, it always kind of looks a little stretched out, which is interesting. Like it's like it's in super Panavision or something.
Do we know?
Still only 235 to 1.
Well, do we know whether or not it was matted or if it was actually truly shot in Panavision?
I believe it was truly shot in Panavision. I mean, I know it's 235 to 1. Like at least.
Well, you know what I think then? I think maybe
remastered.
Maybe the Fox logo was squeezed at the beginning to fit the image.
Well,
that's why it looked like
it was too. Hey, wait, dude, they're arguing. We're missing it.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna say about how it's a Japanese company,
right?
And he's gonna go to Pomona.
Why don't we make it easy? I have a spare bedroom.
Yeah, she has a spare bedroom.
Huge or anything.
I'm
illegal
sorry.
alien maid made it up just for you.
I've been listening to. Her name is Consuela. I've been listening to it without audio, so I pumped it up a little bit just so I can hear. Oh no, these two.
See, she's got big hair too.
Yeah.
It must have been bad when the 80s were over. They didn't have to spend all that time curling and puffing up their fucking hair.
Now, I remember, other than...
Miss my name, though.
Other than, let me see, Die Hard, you got Salem's Lot. She was also in this movie about one of the first female racers called Heart Like a Wheel, which Noah probably knows about. And then...
Argue. We want to hear the marital problems of people in the movie. We want to look at this weird wallpaper.
Oh, what's interesting about this scene is their argument lasts about 2 minutes, but it feels real. This is like vital backstory, and you really feel like the actors rehearsed this. They're arguing like a real married couple.
They're all right.
There's, when Bonnie later makes requests to Alan Rickman, she talks about we have a pregnant woman. I guess this is the lady.
Yes, that's the baby that's ready to 10 bar. We missed that while we were talking about Hart Bachner's, hoovering lines on his desk. I think. Around in that period.
We're going to go to war.
We're going to go to war.
He's probably doing his,
Souza. We're going to war with Souza.
He was doing his Tony Montana impersonation while he was in there. And this is Bruce's wife beater here will not stay white for very long.
No, it doesn't. In fact, it gets uniformly brown to a ridiculous degree at some point, where it actually becomes a brown wife beater.
Okay, so Holly has an executive washroom.
A bunch of Germans come and take over the building.
Germans, yes.
German coming.
Da, mach schnell. He keeps saying mach schnell throughout the whole thing. So she and John are estranged. Is that the correct word, I guess? Estranged.
I believe estranged does fit here, yes.
They're not quite, they're like maybe physical separation, not quite divorce yet. Maybe.
Well, you see, you were talking. We missed it when he was in the car with Argyle explaining all of this.
Hopefully.
You see,
people will
she
listen
took
to
a
the audio.
job. It turned into a great career, and it meant she had to move here.
Yes. And you have to think also, he's a New York cop. He's making a pretty good living, actually. They get paid very well.
Back
there
then,
goes John Davison. He's dead.
Yeah, John Davidson is dead.
And
the quarterback is toast.
The quarterback is toast. This black guy is hilarious throughout this movie.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Goodenough is scary as hell.
I love Goodenough.
He was in Witness.
Rest in peace, Alexander Goodenough.
That's right. He died recently, and he was in
what else?
The Money Pit.
Money Pit. Yeah, that's what.
And every time I see him, I always say to myself, "I came to see Rachel."
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. And this is a flash.
Look at this hockey puck. You think that's candy? Should I pick that up? Oh no!
No.
See, I'm frozen in space, just waiting to be shot.
Here's the Pacific Courier truck coming down. And here comes the bad guys.
The bad guys.
Oh, Huey Lewis.
There's Huey Lewis. Detonators.
Here, this is the great Alan Rickman. This is one of the first time I noticed in movies like this that bad guys could have interesting personalities. Because I mentioned before that the black guy's hilarious. So it feels like the bulk of the bad guys and a lot of the incidental people in the movie who pop up were stand-up comedians or something.
They're pretty colorful. There's a good sense of humor. Steven D'Souza wrote this, I think, and he's a pretty funny guy.
Was this one of his first?
Well, this is one of his group of his '80s action movies, which there are a number of, and they all kind of end the same with the smacking out of the press person.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ricochet was just that way, but. There's a number of them.
And he wound up becoming a monster filmmaker, in the 90s and in the early 2000s. I don't know where he is now.
I haven't heard too much from him in a while.
He was one of those guys who wrote spec scripts or something, got paid really big money, like Shane Black money, that kind of thing.
Yeah, was he?
There's Huey Lewis again.
I thought he was mostly a for-hire guy. But... And he was earlier than that.
There he is. There's Huey Lewis again.
There he is, Huey Lewis.
It's hip to be square.
It is.
Now, Alan Rickman, this is the first, this is the first movie I saw Alan Rickman in.
He's going to slide the thing. Hey, he did it. It's done. The thing has been slid.
I asked Bronwyn earlier, I said, did Alan Rickman have a career before this movie? Because this is the one that really launched him in America. And she said, yeah, he was in a handful of movies in the UK and also big stage actor.
Yeah, it doesn't matter till you're in America.
Yeah. That's where the money is. That's why all these British actors come over.
Followed this up with the January, man. He was on a gravy train with biscuit wheels.
Absolutely. And also Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
He was the best part of that movie. I loved him in that movie.
He was the only good part of that movie.
Yeah, I also have a thing for
Mary Elizabeth Masturbation was in that movie.
She was also in the January Man.
She was.
Lovely, beautiful woman. Anyway,
yeah.
All right, so I wanted to... Oh, there's the fist with the toes.
Yep, see?
Now, John Campbell McTiernan Jr. is an American filmmaker, best known for his action films. The one he did before this was Predator.
Right.
And then he did this, and then did Hunt for Red October. I've always enjoyed his work. I've always thought he was a great... Die Hard 3 was wonderful. I loved it.
He sort of fell off after...
He had a problem. Apparently, he had a frickin' problem.
What problem?
He pled guilty to perjury and lying to an FBI investigator in regard to his hiring of private investigator Anthony Pellicano in late 2000
Pellicano. Oh, okay.
to illegally wiretap the phone calls of two people, one of whom was Chuck Roven, who I've heard of.
Charles Roven? Really? No shit.
He produced his McTiernan's remake of Rollerball, and he was also a producer of the Terry Gilliam movie 12 Monkeys. That's mainly where I know him from. He was incarcerated. Okay, McTiernan went to jail. He went to federal prison.
Wow.
From April 2013 to February 2014.
Wow, they threw the book at his ass. Holy shit. And Hillary Clinton is still walking around.
Yes. Oh, shit. We had to get political.
Sorry.
Sorry, we'll have to bleep that.
Yeah.
Oh, we just lost our satellite.
999.
Now this is what happens, right? This is where they fucked up, right?
Well, yeah, this is what happens when you hit a chainsaw through a whole bunch of PVC pipe with wires in them.
Well, they're working on snaking the phone lines and trapping them, right? But McClane notices the line goes down when he's on it, and that's how he gets suspicious.
Is that how he gets suspicious? I think it's the gunfire that really does it.
It's the gunfire, but he starts sneaking around. He starts getting sneaky. He could have been in
there. He hangs out in the room until they come up and start fucking shooting.
Yeah. And they don't know who he is, and that's the one thing that saves... Well, the one thing that saves everybody's lives is that Holly had her name changed.
Holly had the picture down on the desk.
That too,
also helped. Yeah.
And until we get to about the hour and 45 mark.
There you go. See, if that had happened, I mean, he could have been in there jerking off. It would have happened the same way. He could be all suspicious about the phone all he wants.
Well, for all we know, he might have been planning to, and then he stopped.
That might have been what he was going to do next. You never know.
Now, doesn't one of those henchmen, the one with the ponytail, that big guy right over there, before the camera panned, wasn't that Vigo, the Scourge of Carpathia from Ghostbusters 2? It looks like him.
Kind of does look like him, doesn't it? Oh, no. Boobs.
Boobies. Just put your frickin' clothes on and get out of here. Jesus, these stupid kids. Look, see, he's smiling, too. He thinks it's fun.
Yeah, he is. He's having a good time here. Vigo is marauding around the office.
So, in conclusion, during his imprisonment, McTiernan declared bankruptcy, admits foreclosure proceedings for his ranch. He lost all his money, apparently. And he had legal fees he had to pay and IRS tax debt.
Holy shit.
The last movie he made was a movie called Basic, released in 2003.
That was a lame movie. Wow.
I don't remember. I don't recall who was in that.
So he's out of jail now, but he's not doing any movies, huh?
He's not making any movies. He's probably
manning the counter at a gas station somewhere. What it sounds like.
It's this guy was responsible for, bringing us the modern action film. I mean, every movie tries to be Die Hard. So much so that they say things like Die Hard on a bus to describe speed.
That's true. That's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that.
It really is.
I had no idea about that, honestly.
It's terrible. I mean, we're talking billions of dollars in revenue he's generated for studios.
He should make a comeback.
He should. He didn't he also do? He did a movie. Did he do that movie with Sean Connery called Medicine Man?
Medicine Man. Yeah, that was not very good.
It was probably like
Lorraine Bracco was in it. What the hell was going on with that? Why did we have a love affair with Lorraine Bracco for 5 minutes? What the fuck?
Hey, I got another one for you. How about Traces of Red?
Oh boy.
Tony Goldwyn, Jim Belushi, Lorraine Bracco, and then
McTiernan didn't do that, did he? That was
no, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. I'm just thinking you were asking why the hell would anyone
Lorraine
make her?
Bracco? Yeah. Thank you, Martin Scorsese, for that. Thank you.
You can put Linda Fiorentino in anything you want, but when you start having scenes in movies where Tony Goldwyn is eating out Lorraine Bracco, you're in a problem. Okay.
Jim Belushi is naked too. Like, fuck me, get out of here.
Yeah, who else? Faye Grant.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we here in my list? Okay. Alan Rickman is looking for...
He's looking for Mr. Takagi.
Every time you say Takagi, I keep thinking Miyagi. Show me Sam the floor.
Wax on, wax off, Daniel-san.
This guy's classy, though. Oh, look. Look at douchebag here.
No.
He's twitching his head like I do.
Yeah. It's like he smelled something bad or something.
He's trying to identify this guy. Takagi, you said? Takagi? He's looking at all these Asian guys. No.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out which one is the one. See, he's profiling.
Now, wouldn't it be funny if Takagi stood up and it was like a small little Jewish man?
Yes, I'm adopted. My father was Takagi. I'm adopted. Like, you could have Jackie Mason play him. Like, oh, my name is Takagi.
Yes, I'm Takagi. What are you looking at? Of course I'm Takagi.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? My name is Takagi. I told you.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's get back. There's Jackie Mason right there.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't have to code. You're just gonna have to shoot me. Oh, I like. Okay. What? Now look at this. He looks at him and he says, "Nice suit."
Nice suit. Yeah.
He has an unusual German accent because he's British.
Because he's not German.
So he's trying to talk like this a little bit with a kind of a stiff accent there.
Yeah, he does not do well with the German accent.
Yeah, everyone else is pretty much. You can tell they're kind of a lot of these people are German, so they're going around going Mach schnell. They're very confident about what they're doing. Oh, there's our guided intercepting missile thingy.
Yeah, that whole thing is a little weird. I like, the way they set that up and the I don't know.
Now, I have a tendency to talk back at the screen when I'm watching a movie. The first time I saw this was not when it came out, okay? I saw it a couple of years later because 1988 was a year of hell for us, for our family. I didn't have much time to see movies. But
right
now, the first time you saw this movie, were you screaming back at the screen or thinking in the back of your head, Bruce, go back and put some shoes on. You're going to need them. Please
no, I didn't realize he didn't have shoes on until it was already like time to like shoot the glass. I didn't realize that he didn't have shoes on. I watched this I think for the first time with my mom and dad, and like my dad noticed that first.
Because I have a thing. I have a crazy fetish about. I never walk around barefoot. I never do. I always wear socks, even when I sleep. I always try to wear shoes.
That's weird.
I wonder if it stems from this movie. I'm not really sure.
Probably does.
You always wear a pair of shoes. I mean,
I love the way he says that. I read the article in Forbes.
I read the article in Forbes. And he's touching him. He's like, Takagi's like, that's a bad touch. You're not supposed to do that in my culture.
Don't touch me. I'd appreciate it if you didn't touch me. I know you want the code, but don't touch me.
Now you're opening the door for me. Whoa, you're a very polite gentleman. It's going to kill me in a minute. They're just going to change the codes. You know they're going to change the codes.
You know the code's going to do you no good. I don't know why you want the code for. I'll give you the code if you want it, but you're not going to do you any good.
Now, the thing, you can tell that Brickman's having a lot of fun with this part. And but look at Goodenough there. He is like total freaking serious, scary badass.
Yeah, he's like method acting.
He's like, this man, he shot your dog and he raped your sister.
Yes.
Hate him.
I don't want neutral. I want dead.
Okay, so Alan Rickman wants the code. He's not your typical terrorist, at least for the time, but I'm sure stuff like this.
And he's pretty fucking serious about that.
This probably does go on nowadays, but they're not using guns. They're using computers, right?
Yeah, but I don't think...
Cyber hackery.
Yeah, stealing $640 million. Like the same rules would still apply. Like you can't just like it's not like knocking off a liquor store. Like they will find you. Like so.
Well, wouldn't they nowadays be digitizing things like barrel bonds?
To tell you the truth, I don't know how that works. I don't really know. I mean, they digitize our money,
kind of
so
a plan, and we see if we can hijack some barrel bonds. Do a little Office Space thing where we take we shave a penny off of each one.
There you go. Somebody's already beat you to that, man.
Ow.
Like high frequency trading and shit like that, dude. It's already like it's a big club and you're not in it, my friend.
Ugh, Billionaire Boys Club. I hate that shit. Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
Nah, I can't sit through fucking Leonardo.
Okay. Not even if it's directed by Martin Scorsese.
I especially have trouble sitting through Scorsese these days.
Oh, well, if we're talking about DiCaprio, what about The Departed and Gangs of New York? Did you see those?
I cannot sit through Gangs of New York. I've tried several times. The Departed was okay, but it was only okay. I did enjoy that Spielberg thing where he's the con artist. I like that.
Catch Me If You Can, right? Yeah.
Stole the title Stole the title from one of my favorite unknown movies called Catch Me If You Can with Matt Latansky. Great movie.
When was that made?
1989.
Oh, okay.
Why do I know that? Because I remember Useless for fucking Mation.
Well, strangely enough, there was a John Borman film, I believe, called Catch Us If You Can, one of his very early ones.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
This is from the guy that directed The Mummy.
Stephen Sommers.
Stephen Sommers, yes. It was one of his first,
oh,
if
no.
not his first.
Jackie Mason is dead.
Chicago's brains are on the window.
You're just going to have to shoot me. Okay.
Okay. I guess you're just going to have to shoot me. Okay.
You know, the black guy, he has a quick wit. He's very funny, but he's also deadly serious about what he does, too.
He is. He's
kind of like
Eddie Murphy.
Is that a bridge? Is that a model of a bridge or something?
Yeah, it's some project and something. They mentioned it. Is that what this is about? Our project and blah, blah, blah. You won't be able to blackmail our executives and stop our thing.
Rickman's like, no, dumbass. We want your barrel bonds.
I don't give a fuck about your bridge. You can break the code.
You didn't bring me along for my charming personality.
Yeah, but yeah, we did. Like, dude, we did. Can you break the code or not?
I hire my people on the basis of their talent and also the basis of keeping entertained.
Like, I don't care if you can break the code, but are you funny?
Yeah. There's our guy with the teddy bear.
A joke.
He's being a baller in the back of his limo.
He's being a baller and a shot caller right there. You got the bear in the house and the phone and the CBCD TV telephone.
Yep. CD, bringing the hammer down. Good buddy.
Is that Marco with the detonators?
Yes. There.
Yeah.
And here we have.
What's the name of the first fucker he kills?
The first guy, Anthony. Anthony?
No.
Somebody named Anthony. Marco.
Anthony. It's German. I don't know. Marco's not a German.
Is there a Klaus somewhere in this? Probably.
No, I don't think so.
No Klaus.
First guy.
Now the henchmen are these big Aryan dudes who could seriously kill Bruce Willis in a second.
Yeah.
I mean, they could probably crack his back. So this movie isn't really a fair fight. You've got this barefoot cop who lives on his wits. And
yes. Well, that's the whole point, man. It's the underdog, man.
It's just so improbable when you think about it. He is injured. He's badly injured at one point in the movie. Right?
Yeah.
And these guys are huge. They're scary. They're people you wouldn't want in your living room, even if they were nice.
No, I really wouldn't want them in my living room. You're correct.
That's right. You know, if you're
even if they were telling funny jokes, like still, I'd be like, dude, get the fuck out of my living room.
German Nazi jokes. Those wouldn't be funny. Okay, so
and then this is a new one. The hero that talks to himself.
He does.
Like, this is like, you know. I grew up watching this stuff, and when you do this, people look at you kind of funny because when you're like going around talking to yourself, like, you know, people think
Huey Lewis. There he is again.
There's Huey Lewis giving him the news.
This is just fantastic. This lobby here, this central area here on the floor that they're on, I guess.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
It has a fountain. It has an interior fountain.
That's the cat that he kills first, right?
The big blonde guy?
Yeah, the blonde guy.
The big blonde guy who is not Alexander Goodenough. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
There's another blonde guy who has short hair, and then there's Alexander Goodenough. So you got these three big blonde guys.
And there's Marco with the detonators who has darker hair.
Marco has dark hair. You have Vigo, the Scourge of Carpathia. I don't know what happens to him.
And Marco with the detonators. Where are you going, pal? That's the one, right?
Another good line here.
Welcome to the party,
He says,
pal.
come on. I'll kiss your fucking Dalmatian.
Yeah.
Come on, what the fuck? What are you doing? You're turning around. You know,
great shot. Love that shot.
Yeah. Here he comes. This is
No, this is a different guy. That's
this
right.
is the guy with the short hair.
Yeah. This is the short-haired guy. You're correct.
Now,
there's pants that are too small.
Correct. They're very bun huggers, aren't they?
We get to like have that shot right up his ass.
He's wearing Italian bun huggers. Jesus, they leave nothing to the imagination. Still, I gotta say, that is a nice shirt. He is very nice looking, this guy.
I have been called off, my friend.
Now, I want to ask you, correct me if I'm wrong, if something like this happened these days, the fire department would show up. They wouldn't just turn around.
Yeah, no, they don't accept calls from like the guy in the lobby saying, "Yeah, no, call that up. It's fine." I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, where I worked, which was at a Catholic healthcare charity hospital or something, we had fire. Some people would always hit the fire alarm. They always came in and they sounded the place, checked it out, make sure it was okay.
I think it depends on where you are, but most likely, especially in LA, they have some sort of protocol they have to follow, which probably involves them showing up.
Yeah, definitely these days now. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially, and then later they're like,
"You won't shoot me. You're a policeman. There are rules for policemen."
This guy has a serious chin. Look at his chin.
That's what my captain keeps telling me.
Fuckhead. Oh, see now. Okay, now look at this. Shouldn't this guy, in all reality, he's twice Bruce Willis's size. He looks familiar.
Yeah, but,
I don't know. This henchman.
Man,
look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing.
His head through drywall. It's not that big a deal. It's just drywall. Here we go, down the stairs and neck broke, bitch. There we go.
This is the first death. Is just the broken neck. Well, Takagi technically died first.
Yeah, this is Bruce Willis's first kill.
He has, okay, can we also talk about Bruce Willis's feet? He has these dainty little feet. He has dainty little cat feet. He's probably about a size 9 or size 8.
Yeah, he's kind of small.
Yeah. But we have the distinction. That's why this is very cool that we're doing this. We both met Bruce Willis in person. We knew him.
That's true.
And it was great because he came in wearing the jacket he wore in Pulp Fiction.
That's right.
Which I guess
I met him several times.
Well, yeah. You've seen him, and the guy who ran the bar saw him. He was like a regular. He hung out,
Yeah.
And I guess that was either his own personal jacket that he lent to the production, or it was given to him after they shot it. But it was awesome.
Yeah, or he just bought one because he liked it. Whatever.
And I remember, I was playing it cool. I was like, how you doing? Whatever. Speak when you're spoken to. Be polite. But Jason, our friend Jason, got all obnoxious fanboy on him and asked for his autograph. He's like, "Mr. Willis, I love your work. Please sign this, please." And we were just like, you and me were just like, oh, fucking shit. He's going to make us look like dicks.
Stop being a dumbass.
They don't like
Jason,
that.
that's the guy we worked with at Flicks, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I always wondered where he was. Very talented man.
See, their feet even smaller than his.
Yes, I know. Weird, man. How is this guy? He's like 6'5". He's a fucking mountain, but he wears a size 5 ladies petite.
Because that's the way the story goes.
Now, that's what's really great about Die Hard 2, because he makes it a point to be wearing some serious rugged hiking boots and that. He doesn't want anybody fucking with his feet. Yeah. Now, here, okay, watch this shot of Bruce Willis trying to hit a button in the elevator. He has the craziest look on his face that me and my friend Colin used to try and imitate. And we took pictures trying to imitate it, and we freeze-framed it in VHS. Now, he gets out, he climbs out, and then
and he's like button. Reaching down, and he's like concentrating.
Now watch the look in his... Here it is. Look. It's like this frog face. So there are like 7 or 8 Polaroid photographs of me and my friend Colin trying to make that face.
Were you successful?
No. Oh. There was another one too. Okay, do you remember Cliffhanger?
I do.
Rennie Harlan. There's a shot with Michael Rooker where they kill Ralph Waite, the grandpa from the Waltons.
Yeah.
And Rooker looks at him with this mad look on his face and says, "This man never hurt anybody." So we tried to do that face too. I think we did a better job of that one. Oh, shit.
I love when he reads this. "Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho."
I love Rickman.
He's always about... Here we go. This is like Alan Rickman awesome. Just like, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring him. Hey, you know what? We're synced. Because you heard it right when I heard it, too. It was great. Yeah. We're still synced up. Oh, for those of you listening, we are at the 41-minute mark. Down for 41:03, 41:04, that kind of thing. This is pretty vicious, even for a New York cop, I gotta say.
Is there a time when we could take a pause?
If you'd like to. Hang on. Something went down the wrong way. Hang on. If you do you wanna take a break at the hour mark or something? Or do you want to take it right now?
Can we take it now?
All right, let's pause and exactly on 1, okay?
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
All right, now we're in the elevator shaft.
The elevator.
And there it goes. Just like in Speed.
You bet.
And he's going up. Uh-oh. He's riding an elevator.
He is.
Is he okay?
Better watch your head.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Wait, that's awfully convenient that there's enough space there for him not to get crushed.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was Chris Farley, he would have been dead. Of course, if that was Chris Farley anyway. By the way, one of the party guests looks a lot like Chris Farley.
Does he now?
Oh, titties. Oh, she got them titties. He gonna stick his tongue out to that girl.
Oh, he's gonna stick. Look at the pelican.
Hey, American girls, they love tongues. Here, some of that. We have the light of the blinds, the shadow of the blinds falling on Rickman's face here.
Beautiful shot. John DeBon is brilliant as a DP. I wish he would have gone back to doing that.
He had, he's an adventurer more than anything, which is what almost got him killed on that movie we were talking about, Roar.
Right.
And then he kind of he got out of that. He stopped making these kind of movies. That's how he started, I think, was doing movies that about nature. He was like a nature photographer for a long time, and then he got into Hollywood action films, and that's where he kind of made his bread and butter.
Well, he was good at it.
And he shot this, but he also shot, what else did he shoot? Did he shoot Predator?
I don't remember.
I probably would have.
I don't think so.
I would have asked for Jan de Bont to shoot Predator.
I would ask for him to shoot anything, honestly. He's fucking brilliant.
And has he done anything recently?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did he get into a problem also with Anthony Pellicano?
You never know.
Okay, okay. Now this kind of makes me cringe a little bit. I don't know that I buy that the LAPD would treat him like a crank. Because he doesn't sound crazy.
I don't know.
There's
a number of things that are rather contrived about the story, but it's,
See, here we go. Listen to this lady cop saying, whoever's doing this, you're using the wrong thing. Sound like I'm ordering a pizza? And then, she has to really just kind of, she's annoyed and she's like, oh, just send a black and white. Just to
Backstreet Boy. Where the fuck did he come from?
The Backstreet Boys.
They are fortifying their positions while you're jerking me off on the radio. Now send the police back.
Sir, I've already told you.
I was half expecting this lady to say, sir, if you're going to use that kind of language, we're going to have you arrested.
Yeah.
You're invading my safe space, sir. Come the fuck down here and arrest me. What did they think that was?
Yeah. Well, they do send, Twinkie Boy down there to fucking find out what's going on.
And he's on his way home, right?
He is.
He's picking up Twinkies, he says,
So
for his pregnant
go
wife.
home and eat Twinkies.
There he is, Reginald Vell Johnson from Family Matters.
Yeah, from Family Matters.
And it's unfortunate that he didn't make an appearance in the later Die Hard movies.
There wasn't a way to fit him in, I don't think.
Oh, that's not funny, Andrew. I know what you're... Okay. Yeah, he makes an appearance, a brief one, running a fax check for Bruce Willis in Die Hard 2, which was nice.
Yeah, but he's out of it after that.
And then, I know for some reason in the Die Hard movies, they keep moving Bruce Willis's character around. Right?
I don't know why they did that, and now they've gotten to a point where the movie started to suck. I don't even bother with them anymore.
In Die Hard 1, okay, he's a New York cop visiting his wife in L.A. In Die Hard 2, he's an L.A. cop picking up his wife at the airport in Washington. And then in Die Hard 3, he's back to being a New York cop.
Right. He's divorced and back to New York. And then after that, it all goes to shit.
This is a problem. I did not see any more Die Hard
74 cents for regular gas?
Yes. I made a note. I said regular gas, 74 cents.
Wow, that was pretty cheap even then. I don't know what the fuck.
Was it, though? We need to check the adjusted inflation calculator to find out what 74 cents was in 1988. They were probably bitching about it, too.
Probably. Well, everybody bitches about it.
Gas is 74 cents?
Like 74 cents? We're going broke over here.
All right. Another question I have here. I have no beef with McClane using handguns, but is your skill, and you're a gun owner, and I'm sure you've probably tested this stuff. Yeah. Would you need to know a little bit more about handling these big automatic weapons compared to a handgun?
Well, yeah, you would. Although, kind of
they weigh more. There's got to be more kickback, right?
Yeah, well, these are probably, I don't really know anything about these. These are like 9mm combines that are like, I think, I don't really know anything about them, no expert, but they probably shoot 9mm. So there's some pretty good kickback from them, not the
they
worst.
Look serious.
Yeah. And these are full auto, apparently, which you ordinarily would not have a chance to practice with, but he is in a law enforcement, so they are allowed to have full auto weapons. So if somebody was going to be practiced, he could be. So who knows?
If he's really into it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's boobies again.
Actually, though, I think it was in 1988 that they actually passed the law that banned the full autos.
What year?
I think it was 88.
Ah, okay. So, well, these guys are, they are bad guys. They're criminals, so they're going to figure out how to smuggle their illegal guns into the country.
Criminals don't follow gun laws. That's one of the things that as gun owners, get upset with. Everybody's like, oh, well, we'll just ban guns and it'll make it okay. Yeah, criminals don't follow your fucking laws or they wouldn't be fucking criminals.
This is true. This is absolutely true. And it's going to hit the camera. Ow! I thought it was going to hit the camera. The first guy who gets it was firing he was firing a semi-automatic, it seemed like. He was standing on the table.
Yeah, maybe. Well, usually, I haven't ever had one, of course, but I believe that it should have an option to go either semi-auto or full auto. Mm-hmm. Like you can flip a switch, and maybe he had that switch flipped. I don't know.
Right. And we see Bruce's wife beater's getting progressively dirty.
Yes, until all of a sudden it gets way too brown. And I remember my dad remarking about that when I first saw it. He's like, that's ridiculous. Why is this shirt completely brown? And
what did your you saw it with your parents?
That's ridiculous. Hanging out of an elevator off a strap from a gun is not ridiculous, but the color of his shirt is fucking ridiculous. Thanks, Dad. No.
I'd probably peg Bruce Willis at about 175, 185.
Yeah.
I don't know that he would be able to hold on to the thing, or that thing would be able to hold on to the gun. But, that, as far as stretching plausibility, this is not
you got to suspend disbelief.
Yeah. Now, I was going to ask you, when you first saw the movie, did you see it in the theater?
No, I didn't. I saw it on home video, but I did get it when it first came out. I believe I rented it the day it came out.
And you said you saw it with your parents, and what did your parents think of the movie?
They loved it.
Very good popcorn movie. It was a movie that I always intended to see, but life apparently got in the way. So, I one night finally went over to the video store that we had on the Upper East Side, I think it was. And, whoa!
Was it Champagne Video?
No, it was something else. It was very similar, actually, to Flicks. They had the same computer system, too. But I rented a bunch of movies.
Get together, have a few laughs.
Hung out with my good friend Colin, and we watched all night. We watched movies like Die Hard. We watched Cliffhanger. We watched Sliver.
Wait, so you didn't see Die Hard until after Cliffhanger came out?
Yeah.
Wow.
We had like an RKO video that almost went out of business. I mean, like we had video stores that were going out of business, and we had a membership with RKO Video. I remember they went out of business. I was all into porn back then, man. That's all I cared about. All I cared about was watching porn.
Oh no, I was always into this shit. I never was into porn all that much.
I didn't. You know, the thing about it is, I think Die Hard is the movie that really made me want to watch action movies. So I started watching it. This one, there was something different. That this movie has a certain charm about it, and Bruce Willis is very likable. I mean, I had actually seen Bruce Willis in other movies before I saw Die Hard. I mean,
I would hope so.
I saw him in a couple movies after. I think I saw Die Hard 2 after or before this movie.
Gosh, man, what a fucking... That's just blasphemy. I was like, did you see like The Last Boy Scout before this, too?
I don't even think I... No, I saw The Last Boy Scout on your recommendation. You were the one who said watch that one. And I watched it.
Tony Scott. I mean, come on.
Well,
That's
Tony
next
Scott,
best thing to Jan de Bont.
And I think, Bruce Willis had only been in one other movie before this, right? Blind Date?
Yeah,
Kim Basinger?
Date. He did, the TV show Moonlighting.
Moonlighting, yeah.
Yeah, and
Blind Date came out.
And he did those fucking Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler commercials.
What was that when he was his Bruno character or whatever that was?
Mm-hmm.
He was doing like this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, those commercials were embarrassing. Oh, my God.
Okay, here comes Reginald. He's in the driveway.
Oh, here we go. Marco coming in.
Now, doesn't the driveway look a lot like boobies? It looks like the driveway, that aerial shot of it looks like breasts. Little nipples where palm trees are. Oh, there's the dead Takagi blood.
And Marco talks like, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Guy from Casablanca. Next time you have a chance to kill someone.
Peter Lorre.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, he just wants to go home at this point. He really doesn't feel like dealing with this.
He doesn't give a flying fuck.
He's like, well, nothing's going on. I mean, it's not a big deal or anything. I'm getting out of here. See, look, boobs, right?
I'm out. Yeah, see?
He's like, who's driving, Stevie Wonder? That's a nice shot. That's a nice piece of dialogue there. Little not PC. And Rickman. And there's Huey Lewis again, except to be square.
See, Stevie Wonder can't drive because he's blind.
He's blind, yeah. I picked that one up.
Just like Helen Keller can't drive because she's a woman.
Oh, you're going to hell. You were going straight to H-E double hockey sticks. Oh, yeah. How you doing?
Lewis.
Huey Lewis in the news.
I was wondering if there was any news to be had.
Sports! Power of Love, going back in time. Back in time. Yeah, go ahead, take a look. I don't care, except I do. I totally do. Bad guy. Well, that's weird. How come there's blood all over the place?
Assholes.
Oh, this is okay. Now Bruce is trying to figure out what's going on. Obviously,
and here comes Marco with the detonators.
Now I think he uses an automatic gun here. This guy,
Marco.
Polo. Sorry.
Good old Michael Kamen.
I wanted to bring up Michael Kamen because the score is kind of a hodgepodge of other scores that I might have heard. It's very similar.
It's Michael Kamen. I mean, and then his scores. I actually missed them. I used to hate them. I actually miss them. I appreciate them a lot more now.
Oh, here's Marco.
Here we go. This is a good scene. Hey-oh, boom, done.
He is. Oh, look at the gun. Yeah, you can see that he has just a semi-automatic gun. It could be like an AK-47.
No, I don't think it's an AK.
It only fires one staggered shot.
Well, like I said, there might be a switch on it.
But it's not the same as the other guns that the guys were shooting, including Bruce Willis, the one he grabbed.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm no expert on these things. But that may be capable.
No more table.
Where are you going, pal?
Oh! See, I wince, but you don't ever clearly see it.
Thanks for the advice.
You don't clearly see it. You assume that he got shot in the nuts, but he didn't. He might have gotten shot on the tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip. It might have grazed his balls, you think?
It might have just a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's got more things to worry about, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Reginald's going back, nothing going on. Oh yeah? Well, I'm an American, which means if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing.
Fucking A.
So I'm just going to throw a fucking
I'm just gonna
body
throw
on
a
this
body out the window in your dumb ass. Step by step, whatever your show
Family
is.
Matters, Family
done.
Matters. Urkel.
Urkel, step by Urkel, whatever the hell.
It's interesting, too. Goddamn Jesus Christ, motherfucker! Which is funny because Argyle kind of resembles Urkel. If you put a pair of glasses on him.
Great shot. See, man, Jan de Bont is fucking awesome.
Nice. Did you hear that? I don't know if you're hearing it, but it's in stereo and the machine gun fire is going left and right on me.
I have one ear off my headphones. It's
Me too.
You, so I can't really hear stereo.
Me too. But I am hearing a little bit of machine gun in my right ear over here.
I remember when I first got a surround sound system. I used to watch this movie with my surround sound, and it was pretty effective, pretty cool.
Do you have not to get off topic with the surround sound, but it seems like when you listen to a lot of these like new surround sounds, it seems like they really crank up the sound effects and keep the dialogue low, and the music is really high.
Yes, they do. I have that problem a lot. Like where I want to mix it. Huh?
I wonder why they do that. I mean,
I really don't know.
Because when you go to the movies, they have a really great configuration where you have speakers behind the screen that are the dialogue speakers, and then you have action music and sound effects on the sides.
Well, it drives me crazy when I'm trying not to wake up my family and watching something like late at night. Mm-hmm. It annoys the shit out of me because I have to keep adjusting the volume, which really bothers me. Like somebody gets into like a gunfight or there's music playing, I have to change the volume, and it ruins my viewing experience, which I don't care for.
Yeah. There's only so many ways that you can.
Well, I just need to put my wireless headphones in there and use those.
All right, so we are after Welcome to the Party, Pal. We introduced William Atherton playing another in a long line of pricks.
Yes.
He always plays a prick.
Yes, he does. A dickless prick.
Yeah, we when I saw the movie, I was like, "Hey, it's dickless."
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
And you've got fucking Gleason from
Paul Gleason. That's right.
From
Another
Breakfast
prick.
Club coming up.
Trading places in the Breakfast Club, and he's always good at using the F word. He's very powerful when he says "fuck you."
Yeah, fuck you.
He should have been in a David Mamet movie or something.
Yeah, he should have been in Glengarry Glen Ross.
He could have been, you know what? He could have been the Alec Baldwin character at the beginning. It would have been awesome.
He could have been.
He's like, who are you? He's like, what's your name? Fuck you, that's my name.
That's my name, and you're nothing. That's who I am, and you're nothing.
I mean, the way he cuts down Judd Nelson in Breakfast Club is very similar to that.
It is, but Alec Baldwin was fantastic in that role, though. I would not want anybody else.
True. And also, that part wasn't written, it was written only for the movie. It wasn't in the stage play. They used it as, I guess, a setup.
So now we're getting to hear
the catchphrase.
Hans and John get to know each other. Little playing footsie over the radio.
Footsie.
Yeah.
And
take those big ass bonsai trees. Those are pretty cool. I want one of those.
That's, you know what? A lot of thought went into decorating this because it is Japanese, right?
It is, yeah. And they have a lot of they have some cool stuff in here, which you don't see in the 1988 pan and scan copy of the VHS.
Yes.
You're adjusting the tracking,
and we missed the tagline.
Did we miss the tagline? Oh well.
It's okay.
Everybody knew it was coming anyway.
Well, now we're coming up to a nice little cameo bit by Mary Ellen Trainor.
Oh, Mary Ellen Trainor she's dead now.
She died, yes. She died, I believe, last year. Or
a lot of people in this movie are dead.
It's weird.
Eat it, Harvey!
He's about to get up and kick his ass. And I love her little look to the camera. She smiles. Yeah, she was in The Goonies. She was the mom in The Goonies.
She was
she was in Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon, right? She was
married.
Also, she was the reporter in D'Souza's Ricochet, where he finally got the ending that he wanted. And she was the reporter who he wrote the same ending as what ended up in Ricochet. Die Hard originally had the ending, and there were like a couple of other movies that originally had the same ending.
Was Ricochet the one with Denzel Washington?
Yeah, Denzel Washington.
Kevin Pollak.
John Lithgow. Yeah, Kevin Pollak. Yeah,
doing a Columbo impersonation.
Yeah, Columbo. Yeah.
Right. Now she was married to Robert Zemeckis, the filmmaker.
That's right. She was.
They got a divorce, and I guess she took half of his money.
Yep.
California.
In California, half.
Now, okay, where are we here? Did we see Paul Gleason yet?
Bernie Mac and Bad Santa.
That's right. No, they haven't. Paul Gleason hasn't shown up yet. He will be.
He's coming. FBI gets here soon.
Oh, that's Robert Davi, right?
Yeah, Robert Davi. Oh, yeah, Paul Gleason is the police chief. That's right. He's coming.
Yeah, he's
sooner. And then you have Robert Davi and the black guy whose name I don't remember.
He's an ass. Okay, the thing is, you have subtle degrees of assholes in this movie, right? You've got the cocaine guy, Hart Bochner. You've got William Atherton. You've got Paul Gleason, and then you finally have Robert Davi, the cherry on top of the sundae there.
Yeah, the one you dislike the most is Hart Bochner.
I guess, yeah. I know. Okay.
William Atherton is a sack of shit too.
Are we going to get to that? Are we coming close to Hart Bochner biting it?
It's a ways off.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's interesting because the movie is over 2 hours long, but it has it's edited in such a way that you don't even feel it. It feels like a 90-minute movie or less.
It does. It does.
All right, we're going to have a nice little heart-to-heart conversation with Reggie.
You gotta.
Did you ever watch Family Matters?
I'm embarrassed to say that I did.
Oh.
There was nothing else to watch. The Channel 7, TGIF, back then for a while, there wasn't anything else on.
Right,
now, my parents didn't like that shit, but what else was there to watch Friday night? Nothing.
Well, okay, that was... Yeah, they would show what? They would show Step by Step, Family Matters. They would show, what was that, Perfect Strangers?
Yeah.
And
Perfect Strangers was before that.
Okay.
There was it Full House? No, I forget. I know it was this, and Step by Step was in addition to it.
Yes, Full House was that, because Family Matters was considered the black Full House.
Right. I don't remember. It was crap. Oh, pal.
I didn't really watch ABC or CBS. I watched mainly like NBC and Fox, I think.
Right.
When I was a kid, if I remember correctly. And there's Paul Gleason.
Yeah.
For 8 weeks, I gotcha. I gotcha.
If I have to get on that radio and talk to him, I'm cracking skulls.
What if your home? What if your family? What if your dope was on fire? Do you think he's cute? You think he's bitching? There's like, if we must continue to do Breakfast Club gags, when Judd is sneaking, when he's doing his little Die Hard John McClane thing, going through the air conditioning duct, and he falls into the library.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you hear in the bathroom because he's on the toilet. You hear, "Jesus Christ Almighty!"
Yeah, I just watched that the other day.
He comes rushing in. He's like, "What in God's name was that?"
What?
He says, "I heard a ruckus."
I heard a ruckus. What ruckus?
Could you describe the ruckus? Watch your tongue, young man. Watch it. Okay, here's Holly with her requests. She looks a little bit better in this shot. She doesn't look as made up.
It looks fine. I don't know what the hell you're bitching.
I felt early on in the daylight photography they were doing something different with her makeup. Here she looks.
I have to say they make what's his name here look awesome, and they do kind of make her look not that great. But
they're doing this thing with the blinds again.
Yeah,
it's and also we're not even thinking about this yet, but we're very fortunate to put that picture down. Her kids are right there in the shot. Who is this guy behind her? It looks like Antonio Sabato.
Yeah, he kind of does.
He's too good looking.
Or
he
terrorist. Looks like that guy from I forget. O'Keefe. He looks like Miles O'Keefe.
Miles O'Keefe.
Yeah. How much Keefe is in this movie? Miles O'Keefe.
Oh man, you owe me a Pepsi. Jinx. And Ms. Gennaro. Miss Gennaro, if you're nasty.
Yeah. Ms. Gennaro with a whip.
He's got this look on his face like, I don't know why, but I'm attracted to her.
He's got this look on his face like, fucking Americans, man. Fucking third wave feminists. Fuck them. And
third wave.
I think they were only in second wave.
I love Argyle's blissful ignorance.
Argyle is just having a fucking party, man.
He's drinking
Argyle,
with a teddy bear.
If you got to be in this situation, you want to be where Argyle is.
Just sitting in the back of the limo.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. That's right here. I wonder what's going on. Wow. You really shouldn't be drinking if he's driving.
More tequila.
Oh, he's got the CB. He's going to lay the hammer down. Putting the hammer down, angle 20. Good, buddy. Good consistency in the writing I wrote here in my notes, because Atherton sounds like he wrote his own copy, which is terrible. It's overwritten and dramatic.
Right.
And it sounds like something you would just come up with. You would just pull that out of your ass describing what was going on. Sadly, Los Angeles enters the fraternity with whose only membership requirement is terrorism or something.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a shot coming up here if you want to have a nasty, un-PC conversation.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Christmas tree, okay? There's a Christmas tree in the hallway, and it's a very nice Christmas tree. And I was talking to my wife, and I was like, because where I worked, we always had this enormous Christmas tree because we had like 30-foot ceilings. And we'd have this really nice Christmas tree that they'd put up every year. And she told me that at her job, they don't even allow a Christmas tree. Which I think is just...
Trump says we're going to be saying Merry Christmas again, so that'll change.
Okay. Well,
I don't know
if he can do that, but okay.
I'm just fucking around.
It's just where my mom works.
It triggers people, and I enjoy that.
Where my wife works is a university. And as you know, universities are nothing more than liberal think tanks these days.
That's true. Yeah.
Where you have people
liberal
protesting
non-think tanks.
Every single thing in the world you could protest except for the actual things that are worth protesting about.
Right, true.
And I'm an atheist. I don't even believe in Christ, but I like a tree. Christmas is a holiday for children, and my daughter's birthday, too. And I just think it's terrible that they don't even allow this. And I know it's because of this new climate of political correction.
Yeah. That's a good thing to call it, political correction.
Political correction. There's the tree right there. Very nice tree.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, they probably would have taken that out now. Some asshole and some set designer would be like, "Oh no, we can't have a Christmas tree."
Well, you know what's interesting? Okay, this is Japanese. It's all Japanese money, but they have American workers here, right? They came here. Right. They hired American executives to run this place,
and they had a Christmas party.
They have a Christmas party. They don't call it a holiday party, and they put a tree in the hallway.
Yeah.
So that's what it is you ingratiate yourself to a society.
It's being respectful of the traditions of your employees and the country you're working in, which they expect from us, and we should expect it from them.
Yeah. And this is like a kind of trade center here where you have like a lot of money going through.
I bet you there's no Christmas tree in the fucking 20th Century Fox building now. That much I can tell you.
You don't think so? No? They went, oh, look at that! Look at that. They have a snack
Endo?
bar.
There's Endo. At the news, it's a newsstand.
Oh, it's a kiosk. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, these LA kiosks are weird.
Endo's hungry.
I've seen this guy in so many things.
Hey, he's in Lethal Weapon. It's Endo, the guy that fucking tortures Mel Gibson.
Yeah, but as you made a very good point a couple of weeks ago, I think.
I did.
Where you said, we don't really pick up all the plot or the story or just the little details about Lethal Weapon. We really don't follow it as
yeah, true. Well,
I mean, and I agree with you. The only thing I remember about the Lethal Weapon movies is some of like the things that you can't forget, like the bomb in the toilet or Mel Gibson shooting a fish tank.
Right.
Or things like that.
Like little set pieces and funny lines and the characters and but the story you really don't remember so much because it's kind of inconsequential to everything else that's kind of going on.
What's interesting though is we remember a lot about the details of this movie, Die Hard.
Yeah. Well, this is a more story driven.
He's eating a Crunch Bar.
It really is more about the characters than anything else.
And Huey Lewis.
That's another Christmas movie.
Which one? Lethal Weapon?
Lethal Weapon.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Okay, we're all set.
Okay, so where are we here? Oh, I made a note of the editing. The editing here with the elevator and the detonators was really spot on. Really quite well done. Now these are SWAT guys, I guess. Oh,
they're about to
Endo.
get shredded.
He's eating a Crunch Bar. Oh, and we're gonna.
It's panic fire. They can't see anything.
They're shooting at the lights, dumbass.
See? Yeah, Reginald Vell Johnson knows.
They're going after the lights.
Asshole! What an asshole! Oh my god!
It's a little silly that the higher up you go, the dumber everybody gets. But to a certain extent, it's silly. But it's also believable to a certain extent. But it's kind of it's a little over the top.
That's right. And well, the thing about Paul Gleason, yeah, he's a jerk. He's not very bright, but he's nowhere near as rock stupid as like Robert Davi and the other Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is when it actually really starts to get funny. This movie turns into kind of a comedy for a little while.
It does.
For about like 40 minutes, I would say it's a comedy.
This is really like. I have to say, I think this is a perfect night of cinema out at the movie theater, like a great experience for a date or for anybody, really. I mean, just an exciting, funny, like fun movie that, if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. I don't know anyone who said, "Oh, I hate Die Hard."
Yeah.
It's like ice cream. You can't say. I do know a couple of people.
Yeah.
I know a couple of people who are completely
like
out of their minds.
Don't like ice cream.
Yeah. Or chocolate. One person I know absolutely hates chocolate. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Hate chocolate? That's just weird.
Yes. It's like hating pizza. You can't hate pizza.
I don't hate pizza. I just can't. I don't like the way I feel when I eat pizza, so I don't eat pizza, but I love it.
Yeah, or a cheeseburger or something like that. Like especially a really good cheeseburger. That's what Die Hard is. Die Hard is a really good cheeseburger.
It is a really good cheeseburger.
Like,
very good. Very
perfectly
very
made the way you want it.
Analogy, yeah.
It's grilled. It's medium.
See,
it's
now
rare.
this with these anti-tank weapons.
Oh man,
what was their plan with this, and how are they shooting these, and how does this work? I mean, they're anchoring, they're riveting these things to the. And then how is that work? None of this makes any logistical sense.
There's Vigo again. Yeah, well, I assume that they prepare. I think that Alan Rickman is a terrorist leader who is prepared for any type of contingency.
Yeah, but that's insane. I mean, like, I don't get this whole. I mean, it's cool, but I don't get it in terms of like, see,
bam, wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
The quarterback is toast.
Rickman does say we were expecting the FBI involvement at some point.
Well, he is expecting the FBI. He needs him to shut the electricity down.
Yeah. Okay, so where are we now? Oh, yeah, Bruce Willis is going to put one of those C4s.
Yeah, with a computer monitor, and he's going to send it down the elevator shaft.
Yeah, and he makes a nice little improvised bomb here, which is brilliant.
No, sorry, that was the Lethal Weapon one, not this one. You have to have
a very similar score, right?
Like,
Michael Kamen.
It doesn't have the dun, dun. It just has the dun, 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 dun.
Yes. And also, John McTiernan directed Last Action Hero. You remember that?
Oh, there's a mess.
Now, there was a cue in the movie where the kid, who is like this action movie freak, mentions Die Hard as a reference. Yeah. And as he mentions it, Michael Kamen, who did the score, throws in the Die Hard riff.
Oh, cool.
Which is that.
Yeah, there were a couple of little things in there. It was, you know what? The Last Action Hero would have been a much better movie if they had cut the budget and really worked on the story more. If they hadn't tried to make it this giant, stupid, giant summer movie and just made it like fun.
Big explosion.
Because it had a fun idea.
Yeah, well, it's basically they, but they turned it into like
things
this.
Are exploding. How?
Oh, okay, and
well, there's a good line coming up. It's him. Oh, not that one, but like, it's like, is the building okay? Like, well, it's gonna need a paint job and a shitload of screen doors.
Screen doors. Tell me you got that.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, my problem with Last Action Hero, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun, stupid movie, but I saw it more as kind of like an ego trip for Schwarzenegger. There's Mary again.
Yeah, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, that's... And then it turns into the celebration of his movies, and that picture of Rickman looks a lot like Chuck Norris.
It does.
There's Mary. Unfortunately, she's very pretty. Very pretty.
Very unfortunately, Ellen Trainor, yes.
Unfortunately, her hair is not working it. It's not cutting it. Hey, her hair is not cutting it. That's a nice pun.
Shitload of screen doors.
There you go. Hey, we're still synced up. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, here's this asshole. Listen, fuckwit. For 8 weeks, I got you. Do you want another one? Yes. You got it! Another one! I have a question.
It's shit about glass.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe? We'll give you the answer to that question next Saturday, Mr. Bender.
You're in charge.
That man is the brownie
counter.
Listen to me, you little asshole.
Asshole.
I'm not the one who just got butt
fucked on national TV,
Dwayne. Hey, you've said that before.
What?
You've used that line sometimes when we talk about certain things like political things. You say, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, asshole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I guess, I guess this movie was influential on me, but yeah, I mean, it's a good line because it's true. If you're not going to be part of the solution, don't be part of the problem.
The one line I tend to use is I turn around and I say, who's scruffy looking? That's usually what I say.
That's what I say.
Oh, and sometimes I go, the flowers are still standing. Oh, here's Hart Bachner again.
Yeah.
He thinks he can handle some terrorists.
Yeah.
Sprickensy talk? Huh?
Sprickensy snort some cocaine?
Just looking at Alexander Goodenough, I want to wet myself. This guy is so scary looking to me.
This is where you start to fucking hate this
No,
dude.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him yet. Let's see where he's going with this.
Just kill him.
It's just when we're watching this, I remember watching this thinking, "Oh, this guy is dead meat. He's obviously written to be an unlikable douche. He's not taking these guys seriously. Look at his coat too. He dresses like David Byrne.
I must have missed 60 minutes. Yeah, look at his coat.
He looks like he's about to launch into burning down the house or something.
Yeah.
Look at the other guy though. The other guy is wearing like this oversized blazer with the machine gun. The guy with and he looks like he looks a little like Miles O'Keefe there.
I don't know. He kind of looks like a white Milli Vanilli.
Girl, you know it's girl, you know it's girl, you know. Booby.
I must have missed 60 minutes.
This is really Rickman is exceptional here. He has so many sarcastic lines. I remember the person I was seeing it with was laughing at him. Nice smile there. He said, I mean, like when he says, "You're amazing. You figured this all out." Great line from Rickman there. And that's the charm of Alan Rickman as a bad guy in a movie. I mean, that's why I said he's like the best thing about.
I even like him in January Man, which I consider to be a substandard movie.
I saw. He's more known because you have to watch these movies with Regan, and you've probably had to watch them too. But he's Professor Snape.
Oh yeah, no. Jack has watched the Harry Potter thing, but I fall asleep just like I do when I watch him without him. I can't stand Harry Potter.
I saw the first movie. I think I might have seen the second and third. I had to see them in the movie theater.
I always go to sleep at the same time in the first one, and I haven't bothered with the second one.
Oh, really? Oh, my wife reads the books, and she was a big fan of the series. She was reading them, and she had like an epiphany. She was sitting on the subway train reading a book, reading one of the Harry Potter books, and there's another guy who looks like he's about 45 years old, and he's wearing glasses, and he looks at her and he says, "What do you think of it so far?" And she looks at him and she's like immediately creeped out by this. And I think she stopped at that point.
Really?
Very strange to see 40, 50-year-old men reading these books, dressing up as these characters.
That is a little on the weird side.
All right, here now. This is the exchange between Hart and Bruce.
Ellis.
Listen, John. Give me a few minutes to try to talk some sense into you. I know you think you're doing your job, John, and I can appreciate that, but you're just dragging this thing out.
Is it possible that he's so coked up he doesn't really grasp the reality of the situation?
I think he's got a handle on it. He thinks that he thinks that John's going to get him killed. So he's trying to neutralize that whole situation.
They shot his boss in the face.
Yeah, he didn't see that, though. He's one of those guys, he's not going to understand until, like, the bullet is coming toward him. Then he's going to be like, oh! And then, like, for that split second,
they brought him a Coke.
Yeah, they brought him a Coke. Keep him happy before you pop him one.
No ice? I expected him to say, like, no ice? That's weird. I'm enjoying a Coke as this man is, too.
John, didn't you hear me? Yeah, I hear you. Hey, John, I think you could get with the program a little, huh?
Get with the program.
It's their problem. Now tell these guys what the detonators are so no one else gets hurt. I'm putting my life on the line for you, pal. Ellis, listen to me very carefully.
Look at he keeps nodding and he keeps. Shut your mouth. I did want to bring up. When I was talking to my wife about the movie, and she said that Die Hard was one of those rare movies at the time where you had a fallible good guy who had flaws and would get his ass kicked repeatedly in a movie. And I was thinking about some of the Clint Eastwood movies, like the Westerns that he would pop up in, or the Dirty Harry movies. Now, in every one of those movies, 3/4 of the way through, he would get his ass handed to him. And then he would come back at the end in this kind of resurrection bit.
Yeah, but this was different because this is like kind of like an attempt to have like a regular guy thrown into this mess. And and this was really kind of, in a way, even though it's it was always sort of a cliched story, it's sort of revolutionary in a way. All of it has been done before, but it's not all been done together and in such a colorful way.
And in a slick way, too. And no one saw. This movie came out of left field to become an enormous hit. Nobody saw this movie being a hit. Yeah. They saw it,
and it influenced movies for a generation.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. That's what. In fact, a lot of these people would pop up, like you said. A lot of these people would pop up in some other Joel Silver movies, but you would also see a lot of these faces in direct-to-video action movies in the next 10 years after this.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Robert Davi became the king of direct-to-video.
Yeah, well, he did some Maniac Cops too. He was great in that.
That's right. He was in
Maniac Cop 2.
Maniac Cop 2.
And 3, and 3, I think.
Yeah, and
sure.
he was also.
I think he was in 3.
There was another one. Who's the other guy? Leo Rossi. I'm thinking about.
Well, Leo Rossi.
And Robert
his big
Zadar.
moment was his big moment was Relentless.
And Edo Ross from The Hidden, remember?
Oh yeah, Edo Ross. Yeah,
he would turn up in all these movies too, and for a while there, they were.
Well, he was in Lethal Weapon,
Yeah. And here we have Hans Gruber, Hans, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
And he starts making ridiculous demands.
Yeah.
And there's a really good line here that Rickman has when he talks about Asian Dawn.
The Asian Dawn. I read about them in Forbes or Newsweek or
Time magazine.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, yeah, good enough. Like Asian Dawn. He's like, I read about them in Time magazine. He's just biding his time because he knows. If anything, the feds are just going to waste time too.
Yeah, they're going to jerk him off. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Asian Dawn.
I read about them in Time magazine. When these revolutionary brothers.
So this is all bullshit, though, because as we know, Gruber is not.
I think it's kind of unrealistic that McClane knows that it's bullshit.
Well, he knows. He's got to know. McClane is a very good observer of everything that's going on around him. He knows where they are, and he knows that when he walked into that building, he smelled money. He smelled money. He smelled barrel. He smelled power. So this guy coming in here and doing whatever he's doing has nothing to do with liberating his fellow brothers in arms all over the world. It has to do with money. It's all down to fucking money. Like, that's what Bedelia said.
That's what the
Bedelia
actuality is, but I don't know if McClane could possibly know that that's the case. He could maybe suspect it, but he kind of dismisses all this a little bit easily, I think.
Well, when he's describing them to Reggie, he says that they're well-financed, they're well-dressed, they have German accents.
Right.
And that doesn't sound like your typical terrorists or anything.
Well, they are well financed. Apparently,
they're it's like what Bonnie Bedelia says. You're just
they're typically
after all
not
this,
German.
You're just a thief. You're just a common thief. And he says, I am not a common thief. I'm a much better.
I am an exceptional thief.
I am an exceptional thief. Yes. So now we're getting into kind of a quiet stretch here. This is a lot of conversation between Bruce and Reg.
Well, they haven't shot up the glass yet, where he's at his low point, where he thinks he's going to die.
Right now they're talking a little bit about, obviously Reggie's very smart too, because he picked up right away that McClane was a cop. Oh, here now this scene is so
the Helsinki syndrome.
This is exactly what we see now on television. We see the 24-hour news cycle, and we're seeing it right here.
That's true. That's very true. This is what happens now, and they're all like holding their head. But this is the kind of bullshit that these idiots do now, and people don't. And there's nobody to like go, oh God, what are they doing? Because that's all they do is have these oh God moments. That's all that happens on this fucking 24-hour news network.
Well, there's the shot, them taking Hart away.
Did you hear Denzel Washington taking them to task?
Yes.
That was awesome.
That was fantastic. What did he say? He said, if you read the newspapers, you're misinformed or something.
Yeah, if you don't read the newspapers, you're uninformed. If you do read the newspapers, you're misinformed. It's awesome.
And he says, and you've got a really hard job. Everyone wants to be first, basically, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
But they don't want to be right.
It doesn't matter if it's true. You just be first. It used to be that it would matter to you if it was true, but you don't care anymore. All you need to be is first. Look how young Robert Davi is.
Yeah. He still had kind of a messed up face.
Well, he always had the pockmarks.
I saw Robert Davi recently on Fox. He was a Trump supporter.
Yeah, he's a big he's one of the Hollywood conservatives who's out of the closet
and probably out of a job.
He still works in the indie market, but yeah, for the most part, he ain't getting any of these jobs anymore.
I'm very disappointed actually in a lot of what's going on. The Hollywood left appears to be living in some kind of a fantasy where they think that we can overturn the results of an election or something like that. I just find it.
Yeah, I know. Well,
and a lot of these people are not. I mean, they put out this commercial Where they were like, they were making an appeal to the Republican Electoral College or something.
Yeah, I saw it.
And they were saying, this is a great bit, but they were saying that, vote your conscience. No, they don't want you to vote your conscience. They want you to vote for their girl. That's really all it's about.
Yeah, or they want you to make it so she can be chosen.
Mm. Oh, this is Rickman pretending to be American.
Which is great. He does a great job.
Please, God. He's doing like this Michael Caine thing where whenever Michael Caine plays an American, he tries to nasal up his voice a little bit.
Yeah.
No, kill me, no.
The fuck are you doing up there? What were you looking for?
I managed to get out of there.
I don't really, I don't know. Obviously, I don't think Bruce Willis buys it either. Because he seems awfully clean, and he doesn't seem messed up in any way.
Forget the roof. I said forget the roof. They got people all over. Come on, you want to stay alive? You stay with me.
You want to stay alive? You stay with me.
See, he looks at him. He's like, "Uh-oh, alpha male." He's like,
yeah. What were now? Did you see? You saw the Die Hard movies after Die Hard 3?
I've tried.
Which ones were? Let me see if I have them in my notes here. Okay. It's Live Free or Die Hard.
I sat through the Live Free or Die Hard. The one with his son, I gave up on because
is that the one after that? A Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah, that's the last one, I think.
Which one was the one that they made a PG-13 movie?
That was both of those, wasn't it?
They were both. Oh, they were both PG-13.
Well, I know that the Good Day to Die Hard was PG-13. And it was Yippee-Ki-Yay something else or something. I don't know.
Mother Grabber, Cotton Picker,
some bullshit. I don't know.
You Cotton Picker.
Cotton Picker probably getting him an X rating now. I don't know.
I don't get. There's a bit in Die Hard 2 with John Amos. John Amos plays one of the bad guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "We're here to jerk off that cocksucker." And like, you can't. Can you say that anymore? You can't say that. That's an R rating right there, right? We're here to jerk off that cocksucker.
I think so, yeah.
Now you were the wrong man in the wrong place at the wrong time. Period. Story of my life. Okay, so they're smoking. He's smoking a cigarette. This is driving me nuts, by the way, because I can't. It's hard for me to watch movies where people are, or TV shows where people are smoking cigarettes now, because I've quit.
Yeah.
And he really wants me.
It gets easier, trust me.
To make me feel like I need a cigarette badly. But obviously Rickman doesn't smoke, right?
Well, he does.
He gets a cigarette, but he doesn't really smoke it, and he avoids smoking it.
How to use a handgun, Bill?
And now the thing is, are we supposed to believe that Bruce? Well, we know that he's faking. He's pretending to be one of the hostages. And then Bruce gives him the gun. And you think that Bruce Willis believes him, but he obviously doesn't. So there's a little bit of subterfuge.
Well, he's just testing him. It's not necessarily. He doesn't know. He passed the test that he gave him with the name, and now he's like, he's like, I'm going to give him a gun, but I'm not stupid. I'm not going to give him a fucking loaded gun first off.
I love how they're blowing up this building, but Rickman takes his time to put out the cigarette.
Look how well shot this is. like, who does shots like this anymore? Nobody.
Put down the gun. Yeah, he doesn't care anymore about his accent, so he just put down the gun. Yeah, okay.
On fucking TV with that accent. No.
You should be on fucking TV with that accent. Great line.
Or did I?
I'm going to count to 3.
Like he did with Takagi.
Oops. What the, they always do that too. They always click the gun a few more times. Wait a minute, maybe there's a bullet in here somewhere. Uh-oh. Oh, there goes Fabio. Fabio is who I was thinking that guy looked like. Oh, this is where Rickman gets the brilliant idea.
Yeah, this is where they shoot the glass.
Yeah. Ooh, kneecaps. Ooh, that that fucking hurts. So where would you put Die Hard 2 compared to this?
It's inferior compared to this, but better than a lot of action movies.
Better than a lot of sequels.
It still had a lot of good moments. It had a good cast. It was watchable, and I've watched it a number of times, and I still enjoy it. But it's very flawed. It's a Rennie Harlin movie, and not his best. So that's about where I put it.
Rennie Harlin, enough said. Well, Rennie Harlin, he was, I guess, McTiernan was busy with Hunt for Red October or something.
Yeah.
And so they give it to Rennie Harlin. I'm not sure if this was his first big budget movie.
Well, it was just after he that was his big first year. Like, he had done. He started out with Prison, and then he moved into, 1990 was his big year. That was where he had the Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Oh, right.
And Die Hard 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was his big summer, where he became Rennie Harlin.
But Die Hard 2,
Rennie Harlin.
Yeah. Die Hard 2 wound up having a really, really big budget compared to this one, right? They had a lot of problems with shooting.
And there was.
Plus, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Die Hard 2 was the first movie to officially use digital computer effects.
Yeah, and it kind of showed, especially there towards the end.
Yeah, it was the airplane scene with the big explosion. It was the first animated effects.
I do think that The Adventures of Ford Fairlane is Rennie Harlin's best movie, and I actually do kind of like it.
What other movies did he do? He did Cutthroat Island, right? And he did Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis.
Yeah, Long Kiss Goodnight. Another flawed movie that should have been a lot better than it was, but still I enjoy watching it.
I enjoyed it, yeah. I saw it in the movie theater. I was I was impressed by it.
I was disappointed by it, but I still kind of want to watch it from time to time. You know why? It's because the idea of what it could be, and even though it's not that, it's still, the idea is so good, and and there's enough good in it.
This is a great moment. This is a great moment where she says, "He's still alive."
Only John can make somebody that mad.
Only John can drive somebody
that crazy.
Yeah.
Spoken like every wife in the world.
Yeah.
Still, he's got to be a lot of fun. So Long Kiss Goodnight. Yeah, what I wanted to bring up was, how we were talking last week about this kind of affirmative action in movies now, where you're making the leads. Now Shane Black's Long Kiss Goodnight script was highly sought after, and he was paid a lot of money.
Paid a ton of money for that. Yeah.
And does that movie seem to you to be a kind of affirmative action movie where we're going to make an action movie with a woman instead of a man?
No, it didn't have that feel to me at all. It all felt natural.
Maybe is it possible that it felt natural to us back then because it wasn't on our minds? If you made Long Kiss Goodnight today, would we be saying the same thing?
I don't know. Whatever it was, it felt natural then. Somebody's doing something wrong because it felt really natural, and it doesn't feel natural now.
And you remember how we talked about the stuff. We talked about the commentary of the movie not being as annoying because I guess maybe it was just handled differently.
Yeah.
Compared to today, where they're ramming messages down your throat.
The heavy-handed way that they're putting their messages forward, and insisting on them and cramming it down your throat, when instead they like with something like Long Kiss Goodnight, they would just like make it so like we'll make the story and this fits in here, so we'll put it in, and if it doesn't fit, we won't.
Right.
And I don't have a problem with that at all. Like for instance, it drives me nuts because they cram gay stuff into every show on television, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But you watch a show like 6 Feet Under, which is like one of my favorite shows going back a long time. Yeah. And there's a lot of gay stuff in that show, but it fits. I mean, there's no question about it.
It fits the character.
It doesn't bother me at all.
The character
but when you cram it into a sitcom for no reason,
right?
And it doesn't ring true, and there's no point for having it except to just have it. Then that I don't want to see, and that bothers me.
Well,
it makes me.
That's why you have this movie making and television show making by committee, where you have a whole bunch of voices sitting at a table saying, "We need to represent blacks, we need to represent women, we need to represent Latinos, we need to represent homosexuals."
It's like, just tell the story, and all that other stuff will work itself out.
It's a bit insulting to the viewer's intelligence, because I would rather, and it might be the same for you, I would rather discover these things on my own rather than being force-fed them.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn reading between the lines.
I would rather look. There is no way that I'm going to tune into or rent or watch or go to the theater to see a movie that's a forced movie about a gay relationship.
Oh yeah,
but if there's a movie that's really an organic thing about a gay relationship, I'll watch it.
There is this, I don't know if you've caught these advertisements. There is this movie there's this new commercial for a Will Smith movie coming out. And apparently he plays somebody with some kind of, he's disabled mentally. Oh, there's Rick Dukeman. Rick Dukeman is a city worker, stand-up comedian too, and he was in Hunt for Red October.
Burbs. Yeah.
Burbs, this is Walter. Ah! Ah! Okay, so there's this Will Smith movie where he plays somebody who's mentally disabled, and he's actually in the commercial, the trailer, talking about how great this movie is, and you should go see it. I just thought it was so heavy-handed, the way they're trying to throw this stuff at you.
Oh, wow.
It's really bad. Oh, Will Smith used to be one of the great action movie guys.
He had his moments, and then...
He had Bad Boys. He had fucking Independence Day.
Bad Boys was great. Independence Day was great. Remember when Independence Day came out and how awesome that was?
Oh, the fucking trailer! Oh my god!
When I saw that trailer, I was there the first day that
I am going to see this movie.
Bad. Yeah,
I think it was when the X-Files came out on videotape. The first X-Files tapes came out with the trailer for Independence Day, and we watched it in the video store. We were just like, "Oh my god, we got to see this movie!"
Like, dude, I got to see this movie. And then you watch the sequel. You're trying to watch it. I can't even sit. It's fucking horrible.
Unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, then for me, I haven't. Maybe I'll wait for cable.
After all these years, that is what they turned out. I mean, it's just uncool.
Oh, this is a great moment. I forgot to mention all the other moment,
all the money. Yeah, we've been talking about other shit. Yes. Not about movie.
Oh, but I did want to mention the conversation where Bruce Willis is picking glass out of his feet, talking to Reggie on the...
Yeah, we missed that, dude. We were talking about some other shit.
on the two-way radio, and that was the scene that Terry Gilliam, he decided to cast Bruce Willis in 12 Monkeys based on that scene.
Really?
He thought it was a fantastic scene and a moment that you don't really see in action movies.
Who the hell else was he going to cast in 12 Monkeys?
They had other people, that's always crazy.
That's true. Terry Gilliam,
they wanted Frank Sinatra for this movie, for crying out loud.
Yeah, really.
No, baby, I'm not gonna do it. There's too much blood. Don't you have a part for me where I'm singing or something? Maybe I can sing to Holly. Hey, let it snow, doll face. So this movie makes use of the Beethoven's Ninth Symphony.
Mm-hmm. The Ode to Joy.
Oh, this is a great line. I love that. He said, "This is Agent Johnson." No, the other one.
Oh no, the other one.
That means the other guy on the line was like, "The black one?" No, the other one. And in the movie, at the end credits of the movie, they're credited as Big Johnson and Little Johnson. Just funny, very funny.
This is Special Agent Johnson of the FBI.
No, the other one. No.
Helicopters are en route as you requested.
Wow, he has some messed up skin, man. I mean, he really does.
Got acne pockmarks. That's the way he's.
Or maybe he was in a fire.
You know who has those, and they cover them up very well with makeup. But if you see him in person, he has them. Gary Oldman.
Gary, I never. Yeah, I guess you're probably right. They do. Yeah, but Gary Oldman.
I met him in person, a long time ago, and
hey, can I ask
you'd
you?
be shocked to see the condition of his skin. It's really something.
Since you met him in person, is he a really small man?
It's kind of, I don't know. Everybody kind of feels small to me. It's hard for me to tell. He's not like super small. Like
did you really have to crane your neck to look at him or anything?
No, he's like kind of normal size.
So maybe like 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", somewhere.
He might even be 5'7", 5'8", something like that. He's like he's not like where to a point where like you. I mean, I tell you the truth, I don't really know. I don't notice. I know I'm taller than him, but I don't really notice.
Yeah, everybody.
He wasn't so short that I noticed. Oh God, that guy's short.
I know. Everyone seems short to me too until my wife points it out because she's like 5'1". She's always like, "Oh, they're tall."
Right.
And I'm like, "No, they look short to me." And she's like, "Everybody looks short to you, dumbass."
Like Heather's 5'3" or something like that. So it's so it's a different world.
It's a different world for those people living underground.
Another great shot. Look at that shot. Look how beautifully filmed this is.
It really is. It's fantastic, and it's.
And this is the scene that because he's really good in this.
What's even more remarkable is we never seen.
This is what Terry Gilliam. This is Terry Gilliam. This is the scene right here.
Yes, this is the scene. And nowadays we can't really think about who would have been other than Bruce Willis playing that part in 12 Monkeys.
Now I want to see 12 Monkeys again.
I can watch that. I have the Universal Signature Collection Laserdisc of it, but I don't have my Laserdisc player up here right now.
Well, then you're fucked.
I might have a DVD of it somewhere. I'm not sure. But yeah, great movie. Commentary is really good on it too. With Chuck Roven, I might add, who was wiretapped by John McTiernan.
I think McTiernan was framed. That's fucked up.
I don't know much about this Pelicano guy. I really don't. Oh, here's the horrible
big scandal.
This is Atherton being
went all the way to
asshole.
Washington too. It was a big scandal.
And he says, "I'm gonna threaten. I'm gonna call INS on your ass."
What to call INS?
From what I understand, yes, it was some kind of a big thing going on involving this guy because he was a private investigator hired by a lot of famous people. But I don't know the specifics of it. It was interesting that you would want to wiretap your producer, because why would you do that unless you felt your producer was ripping you off in some way?
He probably was. He's a producer.
But then also, I think this Pelicano guy was also like, basically spying on married couples and seeing who.
He's doing all kinds of shit. There was something with him and the Clintons too.
Oh, really?
There was some. There was all kinds of shit. It went all the way to Washington with Pelicano, and I don't know why. I wonder why they decided to throw the book at McTiernan over of all people, like in that whole case. That's really something.
Maybe they had more proof on him. Maybe there was more of a case against McTiernan.
Or maybe they just wanted to railroad him for some reason. I mean,
they might have wanted to railroad him.
That's a different topic for a different day. But
they might have wanted to make an example of him.
Yeah, maybe
or something. But the thing is, I don't know. It just doesn't. This is almost a year in prison that he spent for this.
Yeah. Wow.
And he lost everything. He lost all his money. He lost everything.
God, where is he? He should be making a comeback.
He should.
He should be doing indie films or something, man. Bring back the action film. He's a guy who could do it.
Oh, damn! He is getting really brutal here.
Yeah, this is a good fight.
Yeah, but also, I mean, Goodenough is a brick wall. I mean, he can take a lot of abuse. Yeah. And Bruce he's vulnerable, and that's just one of the things that really appeals to me is that he's so vulnerable in this movie. He's not Schwarzenegger.
Hans knows.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're getting close to the end here. Uh-oh.
Come home.
Atherton, I want to find him and I want to kill him.
Yeah.
I hate him so much. He is so good at playing a prick.
Just fucking awesome. Jan de Bont is like the man.
Absolutely. I wonder. Now, Speed is another movie that is almost flawless for me.
I love Speed. Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say it's flawless. It has 3 endings. It has like 3 whole stories and stuff, and there was no reason for that.
It's almost flawless. It's edited. The story is fantastic, right? It's so simple.
And Keanu Reeves is like perfect in it. Like
Keanu Reeves is probably the best he'll ever be in a movie in that movie.
Yeah. Matrix is close, but yeah.
The thing about The Matrix, I enjoy it for what it was, but I felt they could have had somebody else other than Keanu in the role. But
I could picture anybody. Who would be why are we talking about that? We're supposed to be talking about this movie.
I mean, I loved Lawrence Fishburne. He was the guy for me in The Matrix.
Yeah, I like Joe Pantoliano.
He was
the guy for me in The Matrix.
Great character actor. But Speed is they wanted
Come on,
Bruce
Endo,
Willis.
get him up the stairs.
They wanted Bruce Willis for that role. It would have been interesting to see him in it.
Wanted Bruce Willis for Neo?
No, for Speed.
Oh.
Because they were saying Die Hard on a Bus. Okay, we'll get Bruce Willis. But
they could have done that as a Die Hard sequel.
Bruce was too busy doing Color of Night.
God, what a joke. He just had some bad management in his career back then. I tried telling him back then. I had these fights with his brother about it. When he was doing Last Man Standing, I was like, dude, he needs to correct. This is all fucked up.
Now, Bruce Willis's brother is a twin, or very close to a twin, so much that he stands in for him?
No, he's younger. I mean, he hasn't. There's more than one brother, but the one that I know is a David, who's younger.
I think that might have been a guy. I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to look at my book again about the making of
David is about 10 years younger than Bruce.
But does he have the same build as Bruce?
Similar, yeah. He's a little chubby.
So he might have been a stand-in for him, because I do know that one of his brothers, whoever it was, stood in for him for lighting and setups and stuff like that.
I could see it. I mean, and he looks like him, but he's got a little more meat on his bones, and he's. I mean, I don't know what he looks like now.
I am an exceptional thief, Miss McLean.
This was a long time ago.
You should be more polite.
Oh, hitting those stairs must hurt like a bitch. Oh.
This kind of stretches a little bit with the implausibility, because he hangs Goodenough by chains, and then Goodenough later appears.
Back later.
He pulls a Nurse Anne.
Yeah.
They didn't get out of the cock-a-doodie car! Little misery for everyone out there. That's pretty gruesome even for this movie here.
Yeah.
But as I was just to finish up my point about Speed, it tells a story very much in a Die Hard kind of way. You feel like the clock is ticking.
Right.
I was in junior high, dickhead.
Yeah.
I love that line. And he's such an asshole, too, with his backwards baseball cap. Anyway. So it tells the story in this very economical way. And again, Speed was kind of a surprise hit, too, because it was made on a fairly low budget. And just very well made. But I did have reservations. One of the things I didn't like, I don't find Sandra Bullock to be all that hot.
No.
And I
thought she worked in that movie, though.
She worked? Well, yeah. Yeah. She's Annie, and she's a bus driver. She takes over the bus for that guy who got
she's
shot.
Annie. It worked. I mean, she did a good enough job. It's hard to picture anybody else doing it. I'm sure they could have, but it's hard to picture.
It's okay.
I think she did a fine job.
There's the guy who looked like Chris Farley. We just missed him. And there's Mickey Dolenz for some reason in the helicopter. But anyway, now, did Jan also direct the sequel, Speed 2?
I believe he did, which was a disastrous mistake. Why they did that with Jason Patrick and all that, I really don't know.
It was Sandra Bullock, right? She was in it.
Sandra Bullock, Jason Patrick, yeah.
That's because I guess they wanted Keanu, and they wanted Sandra, but their asking prices went up, right?
Yeah, well, of course they would, which is to be expected. But I also think, quite possibly, and I think Keanu probably made the right decision that the second story just wasn't there. It wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
Like, they could have taken those characters and they could have sent them on vacation to sit on a beach and talk for 2 hours, and it probably would have been a cool movie. It would have been better. It would have been better than the sequel.
Although I got to say, I do enjoy Willem Dafoe. Oh, there goes Huey Lewis.
There's something wrong. There's some guy at a wife beater with a gun.
We're about to get the. Now he gets shot in the head. Sorry. He's like laughing and he gets shot in the head.
Yeah.
I love when people laugh and then get shot in the head.
Yeah, that's my favorite way that people get shot in the head.
They're all like laughing for some reason. Sorry, that's my cat. She decided to chime in. She's trying to block the microphone here too. Come on, sweetie. Now she's hugging me. Okay. This is pretty brutal too. He's using his bloody feet to try and smash the window, and the blood is smearing on the window here.
Yeah.
And then,
but it's bloody in kind of a way that's not trying to be.
I hate this.
And then this goes, ugh.
And then this freaking thing falls. Gravity is not his friend in this movie.
Oh.
Very exciting stuff. You don't really see this kind of stuff anymes
No.
Mostly because you just can't do it. You can't replicate
this. This is just fucking awesome, like exciting shit. But and as I was saying, it's not bloody in a gratuitous, disgusting way. It's like kind of like this might actually happen if somebody was in this situation, even though that it's an overblown situation and it's
yeah. And then he steps into the fountain. I'm like, oh my god, that must feel so good to him right now.
Yeah, really, in those feet. Yeah, that must be like the best thing ever.
And that's the end of Robert Davi and the other Johnson.
Yeah.
It's even more remarkable to note. I hate to have to keep reminding people. This is not how you make films anymore. This is all done in camera.
Right.
All of these explosions were all done in camera. All of the violence. I've even read now that they're using computers to do like blood squibs. They do computerized blood squibs now.
Wow.
They're not even like using, pyrotechnic people anymore. It's all being done on computer. Oh, here. Now Argyle decides it's time for him to become a hero. And now he is going to get up and beat the crap out of the black guy, the funny black guy. And we're getting close to the end, right?
Yep, we are.
We got about
14 minutes.
All right, I say gun it. I was gonna suggest taking a break, but we might as well gun it.
Yeah, no, we may as well just finish it up.
He's only got 2 bullets, and he's got. Is that like festive holiday tape for packing?
Yes, it is.
Here comes Argyle in the limousine. This guy doesn't die, though.
No, he doesn't.
He just gets,
he gets punched out by Argyle.
He'll probably have to.
Unless Argyle's punch is deadly.
He'll probably have to.
And I don't think so.
Bam. You wouldn't hit a man with glasses, would you? All right, so here we go. Oh, now somebody has to pick up all these hands.
Gotta pick up the pair of buns. Hands.
Mr. McLean, you have a nasty habit of surviving. Nice reaction. Now, you notice...
No, it's not Jesus. It's just me, honey.
Bonnie Bedelia does not appear in Die Hard 3. They do have a voice for his wife, but his wife has a very distinct New York accent on the phone.
Yeah, it ain't Bonnie Bedelia.
It's definitely not Bonnie Bedelia. You hear her on the phone. He had to drop the phone, and you hear his wife say, "John, goddammit, what the fuck?"
I don't know why it says fuck that.
Now, what were you going to say? You had a story, a brief one, I hope, about Bonnie Bedelia, about how they just didn't want to work with her anymore?
Yeah, that's that, because I was saying that they should bring her back, but they were saying that like that would never happen, and they wouldn't elaborate any further on that. But they're like, she will never be in another Die Hard movie again. This was when they were shooting 3.
That's very interesting. I wonder why. Did she say something? Did she do something? Was she involved with McTiernan and his Pelicano private eye spy?
I have no idea.
She knows something. She knows something about somebody.
That's Gary Cooper, asshole.
The movie they're referencing, of course, is High Noon. You know, for a guy, I want to say, for a guy who's always taking shots at Americans and their pop culture, he seems to know a lot about our pop culture.
He does.
Oh, here we go. Now, Huey Lewis is about to get it. Even Holly's like, what the fuck are you laughing at? I love when they're laughing and they get hit in the head. I said that, I know. As we know, there's a very thin connection to Alan Rickman's character here, and in Die Hard 3, Jeremy Irons plays his brother. And this is the shot we see in Die Hard 3 when McClane remembers
Which I thought was one of the more clever things about the story of Die Hard 3, honestly.
I think Die Hard 3 is better than Die Hard 2, definitely.
Yes, but it does fall apart once they stop following the script. Once they leave New York City, it starts to go downhill because they stop following the script, which is unfortunate because it starts out really, really strong.
It's great, yeah. All that New York location work is fantastic.
Yeah, it was terrific.
And there he goes.
Fake looking, but great shot still.
Not as fake looking as John Vernon falling naked.
No,
from
not as fake looking. No, but that's the same shot.
Ooh! Ugh. Okay. I love how people look away. We don't get to see it, but they look away.
Yeah.
They're like,
That's all you need to know is they couldn't look at it.
And it is snowing Barabons. Die Hard 3 I saw multiple times in the theater. I loved it. I dragged anybody I could to go see it.
Wow. It wasn't that good.
I really liked it. Yes, I agree with you that it does fall apart once we get on that boat, and we go into Nova Scotia and all that stuff.
When they were, I think when they were taking the West Side Highway, the Henry Hudson Parkway, in the Mercedes, that was when it started to go downhill. And
so
after that,
when they were leaving New York is when they were leaving the movie. Really.
Yeah, when they leave the city, it starts to go really downhill.
Did you see the alternate ending of Die Hard 3?
No, I didn't.
In the alternate ending, they totally eschew the whole helicopter. The helicopter thing was a reshoot with the helicopter blowing up.
I didn't like that either, so I'd be interested to see the alternate ending.
Yeah, it's available. You can find it on YouTube. It's very good. It's kind of a downer, though, for McClane, because what happens is he loses his job, he loses his pension, he loses everything. But he's managed to track Simon Gruber to some place in Germany or something.
All right.
And he has...
So it's got the Point Break ending?
I'm not quite sure. They're sitting... He catches him in a coffee shop or something. He sits down opposite a table with him with a bazooka.
And then he lets him surf out into the storm, and he's like, he's not coming back.
Not quite. What happens, basically, I guess, is that Simon Gruber blows up. But you go ahead and take a look. I don't want to ruin it for you.
All right, I'll check it out.
It's an okay ending. I think it's just a little more quiet than what we're used to seeing with the ending of a Die Hard movie. All right, there's this was nice. I really liked that they finally got to meet and they hugged. It was nice. Nice moment.
Yeah.
For 8 weeks, I got you. Oh, fuck! I came to see Rachel! Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I shot a kid, and then I shot a crazed German fucker.
Now, what
who
is
won't
this?
Die.
As the Enterprise goes into warp drive
Reginald
with this
Bell
music.
Johnson in Sudden Impact 2.
What does this say for his
feel
character
lucky,
now?
Punk. Huh?
What does this say for Reggie's character? He's shot somebody.
Says he's a bad motherfucker.
He's got a look on his face of determined resignation.
Got a look on his face like, what, motherfucker? I just shot that motherfucker. Fuck that guy.
You shot a bad guy, okay, Reggie? You can feel good about yourself now.
Yeah.
Now you're balanced out in the universe.
It's okay. Don't shoot anybody else, Reggie.
Put the gun down. Please don't shoot my driver.
Point that the other way, okay? Yeah, put that thing away. We'll see you later. We'll see you in Die Hard 2 at the ticket desk.
They're going to go home and have sex. I'm going to go home and have some sex. Whoop. Harry, you're going to puke. That'll be fun, too.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Now, all this leads into Die Hard 2, which is kind of weird. Because it's kind of clumsy, because they put Holly on a plane, which is fine, but they also put William Atherton on the plane, which is
on the same plane. And there's like a restraining order and blah, blah,
yeah,
blah. So it provides humor. Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
And this is Let It Snow, which also ends Die Hard 2. They should have gotten Old Blue Eyes to sing this one. And
he wouldn't do the movie, so they're not going to have him sing.
Don't sleep on the subways, baby. Give me that gun over there. I'm going to go shoot this guy.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, baby.
Motherfucker, baby. Hey. There, see? Big Johnson and Little Johnson.
Yeah, Big Johnson.
Rick Dukeman, Matt Landers, who I've heard of.
He's right.
And Mary Ellen Trainor. So the movie was made for $28 million, and it brought in 140 in 1988, which is very impressive.
That is very impressive. Just
especially when you consider
million back then was huge. And
you could consider that gasoline was 74 cents a gallon.
Yeah, how many? $140 million could buy how many gallons of fucking gasoline?
I'm guessing
that's a shit ton of fucking gasoline, yo. Well, anyway, we hope that you guys sort of enjoyed this mess of us talking about other shit interrupting this movie.
And my cat, who keeps interrupting.
My cat didn't really interrupt, and my son's not interrupting this time, so we do have that going for us.
That's nice. So next time we do this, I figure it'll be maybe next Christmas we'll do Die Hard 2 or something like that.
Maybe we do The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Is it a Christmas movie?
No.
Merry Christmas, Jack and Jill went up that hill. Jill came down with $1.50.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Little boy Blue. He needed the money. Oh! All right. Well, I could say this has been a lot of fun, and it's this is a rare one because we're actually recording this. It's gonna be put out for Christmas, just in time.
Cool.
And tomorrow, actually, the Rowdy Harrington episode goes up.
Wow, all right.
I should say today. Today is Roadhouse is a Christmas movie, right?
At this point, yes. It's time for the Rowdy Roddy Harrington.
Wow, that is a hell of a name, Mary Jane Zolix.
Yeah, you got it. That's a tough one.
That's a triple word score in Scrabble. And little Jimmy J. Hinkle was the production painter.
Yeah, little Jimmy Hinkle.
We should see if Bruce's
what
brother is listed in the credits.
Oh, this is too early. This is too early for nepotism. like maybe the next movie you'll find a Willis in here as like an assistant or something. You might find him as like an assistant to Bruce or something like that, but I doubt it.
You don't think they got him a soda or something? You know,
I don't know. You might find what's his name, Stephen Eads, who's another guy I know from back in the day who was always worked for Bruce.
It was really good to watch this. And also, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, Andrew.
Joyous Yuletide. Merry Christmas, David. Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to your family and everybody out there who listens. I hope you had a good time listening to this. This was a lot of fun. I can't imagine doing it all the time, but it was fun.
Yeah, I hope you guys endured this and made it all the way through it. And now you're listening to us now going, please don't stop. Please, even though the credits are rolling, don't stop commentating on things.
No, see, that would be much better if you could do it in a Patrick Stewart accent.
Oh, God.
Please don't stop.
Please don't stop. No, please keep
Make it
commentating on things. Yes, I should do that in a Patrick Stewart accent.
All right, thanks for listening to Extreme Cinema. I'm David Lawler. That was Andrew LeGank. And next time we will be discussing, you all already heard it, Rowdy Harrington. But then after that we have...
My new name is Rowdy Harrington.
Rowdy. and I believe Jack Shoulder will be next after that. And then after that...
After that, who knows what'll happen. It could be anarchy.
You have been listening to Extreme Cinema with Andrew LeGank and David Lawler.